Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run. We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
What are you going to have, Wilson?
Well, I think I'll have toad in the hole, sir.
I think I'll try the fish and potato pie.
Yeah.
Well, we better get in the queue before the rush starts.
Yes, right. No, thank you, no. Could I have a piece of toad in the hole, please? Thank you.
One toad.
Thank you.
Tap.
I wonder, do you think I could have just a little bit more toad?
I'm sorry, only half a toad per portion per person. There's a war on, you know, next.
Right, please. What sort of fish is it?
Snook.
Beg your pardon?
Snook.
Could I have the toad in the hole instead, please?
I wish you'd make up your mind.
Harrison Sweet.
Yes, please, yes. You're...
Next.
Fish pie, please. Oh, what sort of fish is that?
Snook.
Can I have the toad in the hole instead?
Oh, blimey, another one. Look, I'm not having this old lark. Listen, the fish pie snook. Got it? Snook. Next.
Red pudding.
Yes, please.
With or without?
With, please.
Hey, I saw that.
I beg your pardon?
Don't you come that old lardy-dale talk with me. Put one of those bits of bread back. You know you're only allowed one. It says so up there. Don't forget there's a war on.
I'm hardly likely to forget it, am I?
And don't forget to take your dirties back to the hatch.
I always do.
Oh, no, you don't. You left your dirties on that table yesterday. I've got enough to do without clearing up your dirties.
Now, look here, please. I
Well,
don't
go and sit down, Wilson. Making an exhibition of yourself.
Red pudding.
No, just the custard, please.
Oh.
Have to watch my figure, you know.
I think you've got a nice figure. My friend and I think you look just like a great big teddy bear, don't we, Betty?
Oh, yes. Just a great big cuddly teddy bear.
I really think so.
Hang on. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Mannering. You got my steak ready, Doreen?
Oh, yes. Go and get Mr. Walker's steak, Betty.
Oh, coming up. Mr. Walker's steak! Oh, there you are, Mr. Walker.
Ciao, love.
What are you doing with that steak, Walker?
I'm going to eat it, aren't I?
There's 2 weeks' meat ration there. I've got toad in the hole.
You want to watch that? That can be very nasty.
Why are they serving you with a steak?
They're not. I brought it in. They cooked it for me. Oh, by the way, ladies, hang on. I've got your elastic here.
Oh.
Don't want them falling down on the job, do we? Right, just take for the tea, will you, love?
Look here, Walker. Flaunting your black market food in here, you'll get the platoon a bad name.
Yeah, look, now, just a minute, Mr. Mannering. Look, I don't want to be rude, but I'm not in uniform and I'm not on parade. And what's more, I'm a customer at your bank and I've got a deposit account with over 1,500 quid in it. So if you don't mind, I'll just have me dinner.
Mine's 1 and 2. To be exact, he's got 1,542.
Go and find another table, Pike. Under the rank and file eating with us.
Do you want some pickles, Pikey?
Yes, please, Joe. Hey, I haven't seen any of this since before the war.
Do you want some pickle, Mr. Mannering?
No, thank you. Not with toad in the hole.
It's free.
Hello, Joe.
Hello, mate.
Hello, Mr. Mannering. I called round the bank, but I just missed you. I come to say goodbye.
Look, don't tell me you got your calling up papers at last, Jonesy. Here, listen, give those boars hell for me, will you? And Jonesy, if you don't come back, can I have that 10 bob you borrowed?
There's no call for you to try and be funny, Joe. If you want that 10 shillings, you can have it.
I was only joking.
Sit down, Jones. Everybody's staring at you.
Well, let them stare, Mr. Manning. I wear this uniform with pride, I do.
Mr. Jones, those mothballs went in our dinner.
Well, don't shout it about. Everyone will want one.
Do sit down, Jones. You're showing us up.
Yes, all right, sir, all right, sir.
Where exactly are you going?
I'm going to London tonight, sir. It's the 42nd annual reunion for the veterans of the Battle of Omdurman, sir.
Really?
Yes, you know, I served in that campaign with some distinction, you know. I should have been mentioned in dispatches, but I think they ran out of paper. That was the last cavalry charge made by the British Army. I'd like to show you. It was very exciting. I'll show you.
No.
Yeah.
Not just now, Jones, please.
Well,
No.
Hang on. What's the game?
All right, I'm only going to borrow them. You see, there were these two huge rocks, you see. Huge rocks like that. You see, like that. And General Kitchener, he was over here. And the Mad Mardy, he was over here. All of a sudden, you see, there was this great big bugle call. Like that. And all these dervishes and all that lot, they come rushing towards us, fuzzy wuzzies, and charging away like anything. And General Kitchener, he was standing on his horse there, or rather sitting on it, and he was as cool as a cucumber. And he said, "Steady, boys. Don't shoot till you see the red of their eyes."
I think he said the whites of their eyes, didn't he?
Yeah, he did say white, but he should have said red, you see, because all that dust and sand there makes your eyes red and makes you get a lot of bloodshot eyeballs, you see. You get a lot of bloodshot eyeballs in the desert. I don't mean lying around in the sand on their own. I mean when you get chance to your head, you know.
Jonesy, now. You finished with my pickle?
No, I haven't finished yet, you see. So, anyway, these dervishes and fuzzy wuzzies, they charged at us remorsefully, you see, and we kept repulsing them, and then they come at us with those great big choppers, and they were chopping off heads left, right, and centre, and there was blood everywhere, and the corpses, they were 8 foot high, they were. Oh, it was terrible. Hey, you don't have battles like that anymore, you know. No, I'm afraid they don't. Well, Mr. Manning, I'll leave you to enjoy your dinner.
You know what I'm saying, sir? I seem to have somehow lost my appetite.
Yes, so have I. We can't waste food in wartime, can we? Mr. Walker, mind if I have some of your pickle?
No, you help yourself.
Might help to make it a little more palatable.
Yes, right, yeah. Feeling all right, sir? What on earth happened to him? What is it, Walker? Something in this?
Yeah, hang on. God. I don't want to worry you, Mr. Wilson, but I think one of Jones's mothballs fell in a pickle, and I think Mr. Manning just
What? Excuse me, do you mind if I just...
Aye. What about your dirties?
My what?
Go and take your dirties back to the hatch.
Just clear away, will you, please? Captain Manning, to the right. You know, downstairs.
Capitalist lackey.
Where are the boys of the old brigade who fought with us side by
Excuse me, sir. Private Fraser is outside waiting to introduce his new recruit, sir.
Bring them in, will you?
Right, sir, right. All right, Fraser, you can bring your friend in now.
Sir, I'd like to introduce Mr. George Clark. He wants to join our ranks, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Clark.
Good evening, sir.
I'd hazard a guess that you'd served in the army before, Mr. Clark.
That's correct, sir.
You know Mr. Clark well?
Aye, sir, I do that, sir.
And you've known him for some time?
Oh, aye, sir, I have that, sir.
And you'd say that he was a man of integrity?
And very generous, sir. He stood me several drinks in the bar at the Anchor last Saturday night.
When did you first meet him?
In the bar at the Anchor last Saturday.
Well, tell us about yourself, Mr. Clark.
Well, sir, as you've guessed, sir, I've been a regular soldier all my life. I retired about 10 years ago, and I've only been living in Wilmington-on-Sea for a few weeks.
When did you first join the army?
44 years ago, sir, 1897. A year later, in 1898, I served in the Sudan under General Kitchener at the Battle of Omdurman, sir.
Good heavens. That's a coincidence, eh?
Yes. Don't suppose you came across a Lance Corporal Jones by any chance?
You can't expect me to remember that, sir. Thousands of men took part in that battle, sir.
Yes, I realise that. I was only joking.
I was in the Warwickshire Regiment, sir.
Yeah, well, Jones was in the Warwickshire, sir.
Yes, he was.
It was a long time ago, sir, but as a matter of fact, come to think of it, I do seem to remember one Jones. He was always a bit behind everyone else with his drill. He won a Lance Corporal, though.
That's him. He wasn't a Lance Corporal, you see.
No, he's just an ordinary private.
Just an ordinary private. Did you hear that, Mr. Mannering? Eh, the man's an impostor. He never was a Lance Corporal. Never,
yes,
never.
All right.
I knew it.
All right. Well, we'll just have to wait till tomorrow to see if it's the same man. Now, I'd like to come about half an hour before parade, Clark, tomorrow, so that we can fit you up with the uniform. I'll just swear you in the meantime. Hand me the Bible, Wilson.
What Bible?
Bible to swear him in with.
Well, I haven't got a Bible.
I distinctly remember asking you to bring the Bible along.
No, sir. The word Bible never, ever passed your lips.
How can I swear him in without the Bible? Well, hurry up, Godfrey. There's only 20 minutes to parade.
I shan't be a minute, sir. Haven't you got a pair of braces?
Oh, I always wear a belt to keep my trousers up.
Oh, you should wear braces, you know, otherwise you're not dressed right.
If I wear braces, I certainly won't be able to dress right.
Can't you find him a better blouse than that?
It's the best I can do at the moment, sir. The customer's rather an awkward size.
Well, you'll have to alter it, that's all. Must have you smartly turned out, Clark. This is a very efficient unit.
When do I start training, sir?
Well, I'm afraid there's no time for that. You'll just have to pick it up as you go along.
Kelly, this fella Clark says he knew Jones in the Sudan.
But that was back in 1800 and frozen stiff. I mean, how would he remember after all these years?
Aye, but this fella says that the Jones he knew was always a beat behind everybody else when they were drilling.
It still doesn't prove anything, Mr. Fraser.
Oh, son.
You do not look rough, Jonesy. How did the reunion of the Battle of Omdi Bum Bum go?
Omdurman.
I bet you and your mates were reliving that fighting all over again.
We had a very nice time, Phil.
You were drunk, were you? Drunk?
No, I wasn't drunk. I just had a rather convivial evening, that's all.
Well, Mr. Mannering wants to see you in his office.
Oh, right.
Hold on. Come on, boys. We don't want to miss this.
Come in.
Lance Corporal Jones to see you, sir.
All right, Fraser. I don't need you to show me in the office. Evening, sir.
Evening, Corporal. I want to introduce you to Private Clark, our new recruit.
Oh, how do you do?
Hello, Jonesy. You remember me?
No, I don't think I do.
Of course you do. 14789 Private Clark.
Oh, hello, Nobby.
Hello, mate. Long time no see, eh?
Yes, a long time.
You remember me now, don't you?
Yes, I remember you now, Nobby, yes.
Yeah, I remember you, mate. I remember you very, very well.
I think it's nearly time for the parade, sir. I'll go and fall the men in.
Right. Give me a chance to introduce Clark to the rest of the platoon. Yeah. This way, Clark.
Shut the door. Al, you see that?
See what?
I tell you, I've a kind of a notion that these two, Clark and Jones, didn't like each other very much.
You and I have an old mixer, Taffy.
Maybe, but there's something about between those two that Jones doesn't want us to know about.
Really, Mr. Fraser, I can't believe that.
Can't he? I can. There's no smoke without fire. No smoke without fire.
Where are the boys of the old brigade? Where are the lads?
Well, you see, after parade, I took this fellow Clark along for a drink. And when he had stood me a couple of pints, I came out to them directly. I says, "Tell me, what did happen between you and Jones?" He was very evasive about the whole affair, but from what I could gather, reading between the lines and putting two and two together, it seems that these two of them, they were out on patrol, and somehow they got captured. Well, Jones managed to escape, and he left this fella Clark in the desert to die. Mind you, there may not be any truth in it, but what I always say is, there's no smoke without fire. No smoke without fire.
Look at that lovely moon, Joe.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's very nice.
What's up with you tonight?
Well, I've got a lot of things on my mind.
Oh, makes a change. If you've only got one thing on your mind. Come on, give us a kiss.
No, wait a minute, love. There's a time and place for everything.
But this is the time and the place. Will you love me anymore?
Yeah, of course I love you. I'm mad about you. It's just I'm worried about Jonesy. You know, I asked him straight out if there was any truth in his story about him leaving this fella in the desert, you know, leaving him in the lurch, and, well, he wouldn't say anything. He wouldn't even deny it.
Look, you gonna give me a kiss or not?
Oh, yeah, well, I suppose so. I mean, I'm sitting here and
You asleep, Elizabeth? You know, I can't help thinking it would be better to sleep inside the house when there isn't a raid on. The shelter's very damp. Oh. That's no good. I can't sleep. I'm going to have a read. You know, I'm sure you'd be much more comfortable if I were on the top bunk.
Post, Mr. Jones.
Oh, thank you, Raymond. Oh. Why did you leave your friend in the desert to die? There's no room in Warmington-on-Sea for a coward. A coward like you is not even worth a whole white feather, so I'm sending you a half a one. Raymond?
Yes, Mr. Jones?
Raymond? Yeah. I want you to look after the shop for a little while. There's something I've got to do.
What's that, Mr. Jones?
Something I should have done a long time ago, boy. That's the only way. It's the only way.
Right, gentlemen. I intend to get to the bottom of this, once and for all. Now, Clark, supposing you tell us exactly what did happen between you and Jones in the desert.
Well, sir, we was on patrol and we was captured by the dervishes. They pegged me out in the sand. Jones, well, he begged for mercy. They took him with them. Somehow he managed to escape. He no come back for me. He left me to die, he did. Well, I must have passed out, but I can just remember this native bending over me, going through my pockets. But when I come to, I was in hospital. That native must have saved my life, even if he did pinch me wallet.
I still find it very hard to believe that Jones would have left you to die.
But then why has he cleared off?
I'll tell you why I cleared off.
Jones, where have you been?
For Mr. Speak, sir. First of all, I'd like to thank you for having faith in me, sir. Up to now, my lips have been sealed. But now I can reveal myself in my true light and tell you what really happened. You see, sir, it all occurred a few days before the Battle of Omdurman. Private Clark and I were part of a patrol sent out by General Kitchener to find out the strength of the Mahdi's army. The patrol was under the commander, Colonel Smythe, a tall, resolute man of iron. who scarcely spoke a word. The other officer was a young, raw second lieutenant, just out of Sandhurst. He was the colonel's nephew. There was also a young cockney, Private Green. He kept our spirits up with jokes and merry quips. The sergeant was Sergeant Ironside, a nasty, coarse fellow who kept giving us the rough side of his tongue. I knew that patrol was doomed from the start. As I looked up, I could see vultures wheeling overhead, waiting to pick our bones. And then, as we rounded a corner, there was an old Farker blocking our path. Turn back, said the old Farker. It is written in the sand that before the sun sinks, all of you will be dead. Rubbish, said the colonel. Clear out the way, you old fool. Do not go against the will of Allah, said the old Farker. What's written in the sand is written in the sand. None of us took much notice of him as we all marched past. However, as we drew level with him, the sergeant gave him a mouthful of coarse abuse. This seemed to upset the old Farker. He said something to the sergeant in Arabic. I didn't understand what it was at the time, but later I learnt it was a curse upon us all. Well, we didn't have long to wait before the words of the Farker came true. About midday, when the sun was scorching down like a great big burning brass ball, suddenly, without a word of warning, a fusillade of shots rang out.
Take cover! Take cover!
Take cover! Take cover!
Take cover!
I rushed over to the lieutenant and cradled him in my arms. To think of this young boy dying out here in the foreign burning desert, it was too much to bear.
Thank you, Jones. You're a good chap. It's dashed hard luck it's happening like this. I want you to promise me something.
What's that, sir?
When you get back to England, I want you to go and see my mater.
Yes, sir.
Tell her I couldn't help it.
You couldn't help what, sir?
Falling off my horse.
Keep your heads down.
Uncle Arthur.
Yes, Franklin?
In case we don't get out of this alive, something I want to ask you.
What is it?
It's about you and Mater.
Well, I'd rather you didn't ask.
I won't.
That's it, don't.
Sergeant, there's thousands of them.
Shut up. Keep your head down.
I don't like the look of this, Colonel. That wishes me. Where's me?
I think you're right, Sergeant. As soon as it's dark, I think we better send somebody for help.
And Mr. Speak, sir.
Oh, what is it, Jones?
I'd like to be the soldier who volunteers to go and fetch help as soon as it's dark, sir.
All right, Jones, so you do that. Take that fellow, what's his name, Private Clark, with you.
Right. We managed to creep out during the night, and the next morning we were on our way for help. Little did we realise that at that moment, nasty savage eyes was watching our every move. All the time the sun was beating down on us, and we had to stop for a rest. It's then we realised our water bottles were empty. Suddenly we looked up. There was two horrible dervishes looking down at us. We were trapped, caught by the dervishes. We knew what we were in for. I was ready to take my medicine like a man, when all of a sudden, Private Clark flung himself down in the sand and grovelled and begged for mercy. I couldn't stand it. I had to look away. Those dervishes didn't know the meaning of mercy. They pegged Clark out in the sand and left him there to die. They dragged me behind them for miles. What fate was in store for me, I had no means of knowing. After hours of this torture, we stopped, and they started to cook a meal. Suddenly, one of them said something. The other pulled out a dagger. Next minute, they were at each other's throats. They fought like demons. I realised this was my chance. They weren't taking any notice of me, so I worked my way over to the fire. I burnt through the ropes, and I managed to stick it. Suddenly, one of the dervishes broke away, jumped on his horse and made off. He'd had enough. The other dervish shouted something after him. Then I remember that dervishes can't stand fire. They just can't stand it. I quickly seized a burning brand from the fire and thrust it in front of his face. The effect was amazing. He turned from a proud warrior into a gibbering idiot. His nostrils distended with fear. Then he shouted, Kaya-ka-ka-ka, Kaya-ka-ka-ka-ka, which translated literally means, put that light out, put that light out. I made him take his robes off. I had him at my mercy. I quickly put them on over my uniform, took the horse, and before you could say knife, I was hurrying back to rescue Private Clark. When I got back, I thought Clark was a goner. I cut the ropes, took his wallet out of his tunic to send home with his personal effects. I opened it, and inside I saw something that, in spite of the heat, made my blood run cold. There was a photograph of the Colonel's lady. The Colonel, sir, was a very upstanding gentleman, but his wife was not quite so upstanding. I think that she and this Private Clark had been... I couldn't believe it. While I was kneeling there in a daze of misery, I heard a groan. Clark wasn't dead after all. Well, Mr. Manring, I got him on the horse, and after a nightmare journey through the desert, we came across the relief column. Well, Private Clark was taken back to headquarters, and I never saw him again until last week. And then, sir, I've got to tell you something. I kept that secret locked in my bosoms all those years. The secret that nobody knew, except Private Clark, the Colonel's lady, and myself.
Why on earth couldn't you have told us this before?
Well, I couldn't, could I, sir? While I thought there was still a chance that the Colonel's lady and the Colonel himself were still alive. That's where I've been the last 2 days. See, I went up to Somerset House, didn't I, looking through the records. And I'm happy to say that the Colonel and his good lady are now up in that great parade ground somewhere in the sky. where the breath of scandal cannot touch them, sir. And now at last I got a chance to burn these letters.
I'm sorry, Jones. Right. Now I'll deal with Clark.
I think he went outside a few minutes ago, sir.
Well, why didn't you stop him?
Well,
He's not going to get away with this, you know.
Right.
Come on, after him.
You're in a hurry, aren't you?
Did you see a man leave here about 2 minutes ago?
Yeah, he was rushing towards the station. Said he had a train to catch.
The station? Right, come on.
I shouldn't bother, mate. He gave me a message. I'm to tell you he's very sorry he's had to resign and he'll post a uniform back to you.
He can't do that.
Desertion's a serious crime, ain't it?
Yes, it is, very.
What you going to do? Put him up against the wall and shoot at him with water pistols or thrash him with a wet lettuce?
Don't push me about. Just clear off, will you?
Pike, yes, sir. Jump on a bicycle, see if you can catch him.
He's not worth bothering about, so let him go.
No, I didn't like him. My mum said never trust anybody with their eyes too close together.
The moving finger writes, and having writ moves on.
What's that got to do with it?
But I don't know, sir.
Here, come on, Jonesy. You can burn that photo and those letters now. And forget all about it. There we go, mate.
Here. What do you think you're doing? You gone raving mad? An enemy plane will set out from miles away.
Ah, shut up.
Put that light out! Put that light out! Put it out! Put that light out!
are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run. We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
Platoon, stand at ease. Attend, hut.
Try and do it with the others, Jonesy.
Sorry, Sergeant, sorry.
Thank you, Wilson.
Right, sir.
Stand at ease.
I know what's happening, sir. You see, you're at that end of the line, and your voice of command takes time to travel through the air.
Yes, well, something like that.
Perhaps if you were to nod your head, sir, he might catch on a bit quicker.
Yes, sir. If you nod your head, you'll not find me wanting.
Oh, no, you can't get involved in all that stuff. Now, pay attention. Yeah. What's the matter, Jones?
Well, you nodded, so I sprung to it, sir.
We're not doing that now. Now, I've been approached by some of the women folk. What is it now?
Well, I was standing to your attention, so I eased myself, sir.
I've been approached by some of the women folk who want to join us in our fight against the common foe, or making the tea and the cocoa, etc.
Buttons!
I beg your pardon?
Buttons. Buttons, sir. They can sew on buttons.
Precisely. Yes, that's a very good point, Fraser. Make a note of that, Wilson, would you?
Yes, I will, sir.
That's a very good point indeed. Jones!
Yes, sir, Oh, we're not doing the nodding now, are we? Sorry, sir.
Suppose there will come a time when he'll have to go.
Yeah.
There's a new girl at the sweet shop. She's ever so obliging.
Really? Well, that sounds like the sort of girl we want.
That's right. Comforts for the troops.
All right, Walker, that'll do. Don't have any of that sort of talk here.
Sir, there's a lassie works for the Gas, Light and Coke Company. She's a sonsy girl with big, strong thighs that...
Yeah, you're right. They're very strong when they got strong thighs.
Don't I know it, yes.
Anyway, bring them along tomorrow night. We only need a handful, and with proper training, they'll release us, the frontline fighting troops, to grapple with the enemy.
I don't think Jonesy and Fraser will have much energy left after grappling with those big, strong thighs.
All right. Can't tell you again.
Run, rabbit, run, rabbit, run, 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 rabbit, run.
Hello, Wilson.
Here, sir.
How goes the recruiting?
Oh, very well, sir. The men have brought along quite a few, you know, sir.
Right, let's bash on. Bring them in.
Yes, well, we'll find out who's first, sir. Right, now, ready?
Sergeant Wilson, this is Mrs. Fox. This is Sergeant Wilson.
Mrs. Fox.
How do you do?
How do you do? Would you care to step this way?
Oh, tar, ever so.
Yeah. What a very humid day it's been, hasn't it?
Oh, yes, it has.
It has, hasn't it? Yes, you do look so wonderfully cool. Yes, of course you do. Wonderful.
you.
Yes, you do. You really do. This is Mrs. Fox, sir.
How do you do, Mrs. Fox?
Oh, nicely, thank you.
Mrs. Fox is one of my most regular customers, sir, and I'm sure she'll give complete satisfaction, sir.
Thank you very much, sir.
Mrs. Fox, how terribly rude of me. Now, please, do sit down here on this chair. Do make yourself comfortable. That's it. Now, is there any little thing I could possibly do for you? Now, would you like a cup of tea or something like that?
I don't think
Wilson,
so.
Well, it's perfectly simple. You know, the game's on. You know, there's no problem.
Wilson, just a minute. I'd like a word with you outside. Excuse us, Mrs. Fox.
Right. Yes?
Okay, Wilson.
Yes.
I know you fancy yourself as a ladies' man.
What?
But those women are going to be subjected to the same discipline as the men. So let's start as we mean to go on.
Well, at least we can be polite to them, sir.
I
can't
quite
we?
agree with you. But we don't need all this Jack Buchanan stuff. Well, let's stick to the matter in hand, shall we?
All right, then. As you say, sir.
Right, well, come on, let's get back. Sorry about that, Mrs. Fox. Now, the name was Fox.
Yes.
What's the Christian name?
Marcia.
Marcia.
What a pretty name.
Do you
so? Yes, I do. It's one of my favourites. I really do love that letter.
Wilson.
Sorry.
Oh, Mr. Mannering, here's my address. I've put my age on the bottom.
Oh.
I was just telling Mr. Mannering, I've put my age on the bottom.
Occupation?
Widow.
Is that an occupation?
In Mrs. Fox's case, I would say it was almost a calling.
Miss Fox, would you like to join us?
I didn't know you'd come apart.
Very funny, Mrs. Fox. Very funny. Did you think so? Very funny joke, wasn't it?
I'll take that as an affirmative answer. Thank you, Mrs. Fox.
Oh, thanks ever so much, Mr. Mannering.
Let me show you out, Mrs. Fox.
Oh,
This way.
Thank
There we
you.
are.
Thank you.
Mrs. Fox has got a very dry wit, hasn't she, sir?
Got a what?
Got a dry wit, you know, the way she comes out with the jokes and, you know.
This is the young lady I was telling you about, Sir Ivy Samways.
Oh, yes, Ivy Samways.
Yes, I think she's the one apparently, sir, who is so awfully obliging.
Yes, thank you very much, Wilson. Now, Miss Jones, you needn't stay.
Right, thank you, sir.
Now then, Miss Samways, you're a shop assistant, aren't you? No, get out, Jones. You're a shop assistant, aren't you? What's your address?
27 Jutland Drive.
Beg pardon?
27 Jutland Drive.
I'm sorry, I still didn't quite catch that.
27 Jutland Drive.
Oh, Jutland Drive. Yes, what number?
27.
27. Now then, Miss Samways, I wonder what sort of a task we can find for you.
Answering the telephone, do you think, sir?
You're trying my patience rather far today, Wilson.
I thought you might be awfully good at perhaps looking after the secret file or something like that.
That's all, thank you, Miss Samways.
Thank you.
What's up?
Yeah.
The lassie from the Gaslight and Co. Company can't be here tonight, sir, but I've asked her, and she's very keen to join. She's just the sort we need, sir. A fine, firm-bodied lassie. Saucy, you understand, with big, strong thighs.
Yes, all right, Fraser, but bring her along tomorrow.
I'll do that, sir.
This is a friend of mine, Mr. Mannering, Edith Parrish.
Parrish? Have you an occupation, Miss Parrish?
Yes, I'm an usherette.
That's right, down at the Tivoli Cinema. You know, they're the ones with the torches.
Oh, then you must see a lot of pictures.
Oh, yes. I see a lot of other things and all.
Now, where do you live, Miss Parrish?
Down Berwick Road, 35.
Berwick Road.
I live with my dad. He's 6'3", so don't you go getting any ideas.
That will be all, I think. Thank you, Miss Parrish.
Yeah, right, well, I'll see that she comes round tomorrow. You shouldn't have said that.
I don't think that's the class of girl we want here at all, Wilson.
No, sir, possibly not, sir, no.
Any more?
No, I think that's it, sir, yes.
Right, we'll send the men home. They had rather a late night last night, and I'll
Right,
see if
sir.
I can sort some of this out.
All right, sir, very well. All right, well, thank you very much indeed, ladies and gentlemen.
Come in.
Captain Mannering?
Yes?
Oh, I heard you were needing women helpers for the Home Guard. Is that
Yes.
right?
Yes, that is quite correct. Do take a seat, please.
Oh, thank you. I've been told all about this platoon from its very beginning. I think you've done a wonderful job.
Well, we're trying to do our best for old England in her hour of need.
Well, I'd love to help, just to feel that I was doing something.
Oh, good. Your face is vaguely familiar. You a member of the golf club?
No, I've not been in Warmington long. I brought my mother down from London because of the bombing.
I see.
I'd love to have stayed. Not that there was very much I could have done, but just being there would have shown that wretched little Hitler we're not going to give in.
Why, Joe? That's the sort of talk I like to hear. What name?
Gray.
Gray. The Christian name?
Fiona.
Fiona. A pretty name.
Oh. You think so?
Yes, it's always been one of my favourites.
Oh, thank you.
Have you an occupation?
Well, widow, I suppose, if you can call that an occupation.
Oh, I think in your case, Mrs. Gray, it's almost a... widow. And the address?
31 Wilton Gardens.
Oh, you're in Wilton Gardens, are you? That's quite close to us.
Yes, I know. I see you go to the bank every morning.
You really?
And how wonderfully punctual you are. We thought you were 3 minutes late the other day.
Was I?
No, the clock was wrong.
Ah, yes. Well, of course, in my position, I have to set an example to the youngsters.
Oh, I do agree. All the old standards are declining so rapidly.
Oh, they are. They are indeed.
Yes, well, I mustn't keep you.
Well, shall we say tomorrow night? We usually parade at 7 o'clock.
I can't wait to start. At the moment, my life consists of morning coffee in Anne's pantry and making the dahlias grow.
Oh, I love dahlias.
Do you really? Do you grow them too?
Unfortunately, no. No, my wife says that they encourage the earwigs.
Oh, what a shame. She's quite right, of course. Captain Mannering, may I ask you something awfully personal?
Yes?
Do you always wear glasses?
Yes, I always have.
Would you take them off for a moment? Oh, that's so much better. Do you know, I think spectacles... Well, they take away the warmth in a person's eyes. Just as the fire guard takes away so much of the heat.
Yes, they do. I never thought of it that way.
Oh, sir. Still here, I see.
Yes, this is a new recruit, Mrs. Fiona Gray.
Fiona? Oh. What a pretty name.
Yes, I think I'll go. Shall we say tomorrow night, then, Mrs. Gray?
I can't wait to start. Goodbye.
Bye, Mrs. Gray. Bye.
Now, there's a charming woman.
Yes, oh, I'm sure she is, sir. Yes.
Oh, yes, that's exactly the sort of material we're looking for.
Yes, well, of course, you're always a pretty good judge of that sort of thing, usually, aren't you? Anyway, it'll be most interesting to see how they all shape up, won't it?
Oh, no, it isn't the spring. It's love in bloom.
With you in a moment. Broken your glasses or something?
No, certainly not. No. Just took them off for a moment. Right. Let's go and get on with it, shall we?
Right, sir. Down. Attention!
Welcome, ladies.
Good evening, Mr. Mannering.
I thought that today I would just teach you the simple rudiments of foot drill, so that we can all turn out as a disciplined body of men and women. Now, first of all, the at-ease position. Now, to stand at ease properly, you have the feet comfortably parred, about 18 inches. And you place the right hand over the left, just over your bottom, the small of the back there. You all got that?
Yes, thank you. Lot of red tape nonsense.
Talking in the ranks, Mum.
Right. No talking in the ranks. Now, to stand to attention from this position, you place the weight on the right foot, raise the left. I'm doing this in slow motion, you understand. Then bring it up to the... right foot. Yes, just... Bring it up to the right foot. So. Now, here comes the tricky bit. At the same time, you put the hands down by the sides, with the thumbs in line with the seams of the trousers. Thus.
Mr. Speaker, sir.
Yeah.
These ladies are not wearing trousers, sir. If they're ladies, you see, they...
Well, perhaps they could put their thumbs down the side of their knickers.
Go and stand over there. You'll take no part in this parade.
Well, he said nothing, did I?
Right, now let's try that, shall we? Give the orders, Sergeant.
Right, platoon. Turn, 10, shut!
Oh, no. No, that was very sloppy. Not you, Mrs. Gray. That was very good. Now, I want you to stand upright. Stomach in, chest out.
Not you, Mrs. Fox. That's very good.
Stand at ease. 10, hand.
Captain Mannering, may I point out that Miss Ironside here is doing it very, very well. Her legs are coming together with a firm, strong action. Just you listen, sir.
Thank you, Fraser. I hadn't noticed that girl's got very big thighs, had you?
Well, no, there's a little bit on the long side, I would say. That's all, really.
Yeah. All right, now, everybody stand to attention. We come now to the left and right turn. Now, to turn right, you swivel on the right heel and the left toe. Thus. 1, 2, 1, 2.
Da 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 dee da da da.
Walker! Walker! Now you brace the thigh on the rear leg as you go.
That's right, lasses. Brace them thighs. I like to see them well braced.
And you lift the left leg and bring the foot into the right one, thus.
Blimey, what a way to win a war.
The captain knows best, you know. You ought to listen to what he's saying.
Godfrey, look to your front. Stop staring at the ladies.
Yeah, quite right. He's woman mad, he is. Woman mad.
Walker! If there's any more from you, you'll be sent home. Right. Now, everybody face the front. Attention. Hut! Very good, Mrs. Gray. Left turn.
There seems to be some confusion as to which is which.
Yes, I know.
It's the same as in the American Civil War. You know, that war they had over in America, sir. They had a similar trouble because all the soldiers they got in it, they were rough country yokels, and most of them didn't know their from their elbow, you see. They got a very ingenious idea. They tied a bit of straw to one boot, sir, and a bit of hay to the other boot, sir. And when the commanding man wanted to turn left, he shouted, "Hay turn!" Or alternatively, straw turn, depending on whether the straw was on the left foot or the hay was on the other foot. But they had to get themselves organised, so all the men had to have either the straw on the left foot or... Is that any use to you, sir?
Here, I think that's a good idea, sir. Then you can come in and say, "Good evening, ladies. What nice straws you're wearing."
That's it. Get off home.
I haven't said nothing.
I'm not arguing with you. That's an order.
Good morning, Captain Mannering.
Oh, good morning. What a surprise. Won't you join me?
Oh, thank you. I haven't seen you in here before.
Oh, I get him from time to time, you know, when I can get my nose away from the grindstone.
Yes, please.
Oh, thank you. Oh, no, I don't want any of that, thank you. I beg your pardon.
Oh, no, thank you. Just coffee for me as usual, please.
Oh, what a good idea, yes. Just coffee, please. They used to do some wonderful Devonshire teas here, you know.
Well, with jam and cream.
Oh, yes, that's right. I remember just after the First World War, another chap and I borrowed a flivver and took a spin out here to Anne's Pantry just for the sake of the Devonshire teas. I got the rough end of my governor's tongue when I got back, I can tell you. He thought I'd toddle off with a bit of fluff.
It was all harmless fun in those days.
Yes, of course it was. Mind you, we used to set the pace now and again, you know.
Do you know, your whole face lights up when you laugh. I think you're really a very jolly person at heart.
Oh, yes, I suppose I am, really. Not that a bank manager gets much time, you know, for joking and jesting.
Separate bills?
Oh, yes, please.
Oh, no, please. Have this with me.
Good morning, Captain Henry.
Godfrey, is it?
Haven't seen you here before, sir.
Oh, I come in from time to time.
I'm just on my way to the clinic. Oh, dear me, have you mislaid your glasses?
No, I'm just resting my eyes a little.
If you'll excuse me.
Charming man, that. One of my most loyal soldiers.
Oh, I think they're a wonderful band of men.
Hello, Captain Mandarin. I haven't seen you here before.
Oh, I come in from time to time.
Here, listen, if you've bust your specs, I know a fellow with 500 francs. I'll be used.
I haven't broken them.
Oh. Here, listen, you haven't seen me. I'm delivering some of the sweet stuff, you savvy?
Some sugar?
Yes, Tash. You haven't seen me. Oh, by the way, I haven't seen you either. You know what I mean? Don't worry.
Heart of gold, that man. Do anything to you, for you. Whereabouts in London do you live?
Oh, just near Regent's Park. Of course, it was hopeless for Mother. They had the ack-ack guns there. Oh, dear. That was careless talk.
Oh, don't worry. Any secret is safe with me.
Oh, morning, Mr. Mandarin. Don't often see you in here.
Oh, I come in from time to... Oh, never mind.
I'll join you in a minute. There's Mrs. Prosser, there's Captain Mandarin.
How do you do? Mrs. Gray.
How do you do?
Mrs. Prosser's a very good friend of mine, but there's nothing in it.
I see.
Don't tell Mrs. Fox so, will you? Honey, I give her pieces for her cat, and on her part, she keeps me company from time to time.
Yeah. Thank you, Jones.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about all these interruptions. I had looked forward to a nice cup of coffee and a quiet chat.
So had I.
I must confess that I came in here quite deliberately on the off chance of seeing you.
You know, I rather hoped you would.
Pike? What do you want?
Mr. Wilson says he's sorry to spoil your tete-a-tete, but the bank inspectors are here, and would you come at once, please?
Yes. Thank you, Pike. I'm afraid I'll have to dash away. I'm sorry. Perhaps we could meet again very soon.
Oh, I'd like that.
Anyway, I shall see you on parade tonight.
Oh, yes, of course. I
Yes.
shall look forward to it.
Sorry I have to go.
2 coffees. That'll be 8pence, please.
All I'm saying is that Mannering's making an absolute perfect fool of himself. That's the only way of putting it.
Well, they come twice last week to see 40th Mothers with Eddie Cantor. Then they come again last night to see Shipyard Sally with Gracie Fields.
They have coffee together every morning together.
I haven't seen them.
Well, they go to the Dutch oven now. I have to go and fetch him if there's anything important at the bank.
Yes, absolutely. I tell you, he's making he'll ruin himself. Somebody ought to tell him.
Hello, Wilson. Must be nearly time for parade, isn't it?
What? Yes, it is. Just a few minutes' time, so yes.
Good. I've got a rather important announcement to make to the ladies' section.
Oh, yes. The ladies' section, yes. I've been meaning to have a word with you about that, sir, sometime.
Oh, yes?
Yes. I know it's none of my business, sir, but I mean, unless I say something about it, I mean, who will?
Look here, Wilson.
Yes.
You've got something to say. Stop shuffling about from one foot to the other and cough it out. You in some sort of trouble?
What? Oh, no. No, sir, no, not at all. Good Lord, no. No, it's just with the ladies' section, sir. Do you think it's just possible that Well, some of us might possibly be making tiny little fools of ourselves.
Ah, I see. Well, thank you for your frankness, Wilson.
Right.
Can't have been easy for you to speak to me on so delicate a matter.
No, sir, no. I thought I'd just better do it for the best, you know.
I'm not insensitive to what people are saying, Wilson.
Oh, no, of course not, sir. No.
And I'm therefore going to disband the ladies' section, with the exception of a few special helpers.
Oh, I see, sir. Yes. Right.
All right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that should settle your problem. And keep Mrs. Pike out of your hair. Everybody here, Corporal?
All present and correct, sir, except Mrs. Gray.
Mrs. Gray not here? How strange. Perhaps she's feeling a bit under the weather.
Favoritism.
Ivy says she thinks she's all right because she saw her going to the station with 2 heavy suitcases.
To the station?
Yeah, about 10 minutes ago.
You saw Mrs. Gray go to the station with 2 suitcases 10 minutes ago?
But there's only one train now, and that's the 8:40 to London.
Take the parade, Wilson.
Huh? Yeah. Would you like me to make the announcement, sir? Oh, good Lord.
Not too strong, please.
Not much chance of that, dear. Anything else?
No, thank you.
Just tuppence, then.
What's this? What's happened?
Nothing's happened. I'm just going back to London, that's all.
For how long?
I don't know. A month or 2. Perhaps for good.
But you never mentioned it. You never even hinted at it.
I just thought it would be for the best.
But I don't want you to go. The whole pattern of my life has changed. I just live from one meeting to the next.
I know. And I'm just the same, but it's the only thing to do. People are talking.
People always talk. Who cares about that?
But there's your wife.
Nobody will talk to her. I haven't left the house since Munich.
Be sensible, George. You can't afford scandal and tittle-tattle.
I tell you, I don't care.
But there's the bank.
Damn the bloody bank. I'm sorry. Look, don't get that train.
George, I must.
I implore you, don't get that train. Look, we'll meet once a week.
George, you're making this very difficult for me, but I've made up my mind. It's the only way.
Victoria! Victoria!
There's my train.
Look, Fiona, I've never begged anything from anybody in my life, but I'm begging you not to go.
Finish with this chair, sir.
Yes, take that damn thing.
I only ask.
I'm sorry, George.
I'll take that. It's heavy. Can't we talk about this? Go tomorrow.
Walmington Sea, Victoria train.
Wait for this lady, will it?
Hurry along now, hurry along, please.
Here, I'll do that.
Hurry up, or you'll be coming to London, too.
Where can I get in touch with you?
You won't be able to.
Well, you'll write, won't you?
I don't know. After a little while, perhaps.
Stand clear, sir. And pull those blinds down.
Promise you'll write.
Very well. I promise.
Make it soon.
Goodbye, George.
Thank you.
if you think we're on the run. We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
Steady! Ease! Stand easy. Now, I was very disappointed at the turnout on Church Parade last Sunday. I know some of you will think this is rather a waste of time, but I'd just like to remind you that during Dunkirk, His Majesty the King called for a day of prayer. And I think you'll have to admit that that worked damn well.
Well, I'm sorry, sir, I couldn't come because I was delivering essential supplies to a company of ATS girls.
Wouldn't you have waited till the afternoon?
Yeah, I could, but they couldn't because it was elastic. It's for their knickers.
Yes,
you know.
all right. I also noticed, sitting behind you, Pike, that your hair was rather too long, looking very untidy. Right down to the top of your collar. Get a cut, will you?
Yes.
Yours is rather long, too, Wilson. Not a violin player, you know.
Mum said that it made him look rather romantic.
Frank, romantic? Well, I don't see it. Now, I had a letter from the Chief Warden of the ARP. Have you got it, Wilson?
Yes, I have, I think, sir, Summer. Yes.
If that's about Mrs. Prosper and me being found down the air raid shelter, that's not true.
I beg your pardon?
Well, she came over a bit faint. I had to take her down there and let her pull herself together, you see.
Oh, it's nothing to do with that at all.
No, but if it was about that, that's not true.
You don't be quiet, Corporal. It's to challenge us to a game of cricket.
Good. Great.
Now, I used to be a passable opening bat.
So I'd like to volunteer to keep wickets up. Do you know, I once kept wickets in the rear of the great Ranjit Singh, sir. He was a fine cricketer, sir, an Indian gentleman, sir, and he was a fine, upstanding man till I whipped his bails off. He did a lot of sneering after that, sir, and made his eyes water a bit.
Well, we shall certainly need a wicket-keeper.
I'd like a game as well, please.
Well done, Pike.
Yeah, I'd like to have a go. So, oh, by the way, I think I know where I can lay my hands on a couple of reconditioned cricket balls. Very hard to get these days.
Yes, thank you, Walker.
I'd be delighted to oblige any capacity. It doesn't involve too much running about.
Not too far away from the pavilion, because, as you know, he gets caught short.
What about you, Fraser?
Oh, I'll have a go. Somebody will explain the principle of the thing.
Well, I think we've got the nucleus of a team. Shall we play them?
Yes!
Right, that's the spirit. Well, we'll get the nets up and have a bit of practice. Tell them we accept the challenge, Wilson.
Yes, I will indeed, sir. Who's going to be captain?
I am. Right, now watch this ball very carefully, Walker. Yeah, so you're very lucky there. Just pay attention, will you? I want to give you a tip here. And this applies to all of you. You'll all benefit from this. Now, whether you're playing forward to a good length ball, thus, or whether you're playing back... Wilson, where are you going? Where are you going, Wilson?
Huh?
Where are you going?
Well, I thought I'd just skip this lecture.
Skip the... This is just as much for your benefit as anybody else's, you know.
Oh, is it?
Yes,
oh,
please,
I see.
please
I'm so
pay
sorry.
attention. Or whether you're playing back to a short-length ball, thus. In any case, you always keep the bat absolutely straight.
Why?
Why?
Yeah, why do you do that?
Because that's the correct way to do it. If you slash at it in any ugly old fashion, you'll miss the ball.
Yeah, but I hit it, didn't I?
Ah, yes, you were very lucky.
Oh.
Pike, just send me a good length down, will you? Yeah, I wouldn't stand there if I were you. Because that's just where I'm going to put it. Right, Pike. Ah, Pike. Now, I want you to pay particular attention to the fact that my eye never leaves the ball from it leaving the bowler's hand to striking the middle of the bat. There. Right.
Sorry about that, Mr. Mannering.
Sun's very bright today, isn't it?
Yes, you seem to lose sight of it somewhere just between the bowler's arm and the bat, don't you, sir?
Let's see how you shape up at the wicket, Godfrey.
Thank you, sir. Oughtn't I to be wearing pads?
No. We shan't be sending any fast ones down.
It's just that my shins chip very easily.
Come on, let's see how you shape up at the wicket. Right. Sending one down, Pike. Pike! That won't do at all. Have you never played this game before?
Yes, when I was in civil service stores, I used to play the gentleman's outfitting.
Oh, yes.
Once a year, we used to have a match against the tobacco and cigarette department. I nicknamed it, you know, Gentlemen versus Players.
Why did you call it that?
I was rather a wag in those days.
I see. Now, you need the left hand a bit further round. That's it. This left shoulder further round. Head down. Look up. Feet a little more apart. And the right arm straight. That's it. Now just relax like that for a moment. All right, Pike. Send one down.
Shall I give him a googly or an easy one like you had?
Just go, Pike. Ah, Pike! All right. Stupid boy. Now, just a moment. Now, we can all learn from Pike's bowling mistakes. Now, in the first place, your left hand wasn't anywhere near high enough. Must be up there, you see. It's a sort of cartwheel motion. Like that. Let's just try that, shall we? Just line up here.
Shall I remain poised for action, sir?
No, stand down, Godfrey. Right, now, remember, cartwheel motion, you see? Right. Over. Over. Pretend that you're doing a cartwheel.
No, I've never done a cartwheel.
What about when you were a child?
Well, I just never did that sort of thing.
Extraordinary. All right, that's enough of that. Now, let's see how it works out in practice.
I'm sorry I'm late, Mr. Mannering, and I did the coupon counting and then the sausages arrived.
There weren't any excuses, Jones. A parade is a parade. You should be on time, you know.
Yes, I've put your pound of sausage in the right-hand drawer of your desk, as usual.
Yes, thank you, Jones. Just watch it in future. Yes. Right, let's get on with the batting practice.
I'd want you to do some of that, sir. I'd like to take the strike, sir. Take the strike.
Right, take over from Godfrey.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. Late, right, late, strike, late, strike, late, strike, late, strike. Oh, and bow.
Now, I want you to take particular attention of the way I hold the ball. You see? Finger along the seam, slightly to the left, there. And note the wrist action as the ball leaves my hand. Huh? It's very good, Godfrey. Yes. Now, and the final flick of the finger, of course, which will bring it in from the outside of the off stump. Right, stand clear.
We hope.
Stand clear, please. Now, this ball might fox you a bit, Jones, but you must do what you can with it. Sir? There we go. Pike, ask the vicar if we can have our ball back.
This way, Gerald. There we are. E.C. Egan, isn't it?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, my word, this is a wonderful day for me, I can tell you. By the way, my name's Hodges. I spoke to you on the telephone. Gerald, meet E.C. Egan.
How do you do?
Hello, Gerald. Wonderful cricketer, you know. Last time I saw him, he bowled Dennis Compton, Len Hutton and Joe Hardstaff all inside 2 overs.
And they could have had Bill Edridge as well.
He could have done. He could have had Bill Edridge too. I reckon 2 overs from him and Mannering's lot will all be back in the pavilion.
Are you going to tell him?
Well, not till Mannering's actually at the crease. Then we can all see his face. I wonder if you'd just mind signing here. That makes you a warden. And it's all official then.
What happens if the siren goes?
I beg your pardon?
What happens if the siren goes?
You resign.
Ah, Mr. Hodges. My men not arrived yet?
No, I expect they've fallen asleep on guard somewhere.
I don't find that very amusing.
I hear you lot have been practising in secret.
Oh, I'd hardly say that. No, we've been doing a bit of the net, you know, getting our form back.
Yes, well, I don't think you'll have it back for long. When my blokes come in, just send them through, will you? Right, come along, Gerald. Ernie, don't mind me calling you Ernie, do you? No,
Oh, Mr. Mannering.
Ah, Godfrey. What's that you're wearing?
Oh, I wear it for bowls, you know. It keeps me shady when the sun shines.
Oh, no. You can't have that. I'll lend you a cap.
I've got him.
You've got what?
Well, the round things we were talking about.
Oh, the cricket balls.
Yeah, here, listen, I'll tell you what. £2.10 apiece, £4.10 for the pair.
I'm not paying that sort of money. Who ever heard of £2.10 for a cricket ball?
Listen, £2 apiece, I'm robbing myself.
You'd sell your own grandmother, wouldn't you?
Well, there's no market for her.
It was all Mr. Parkinson. I knew him well.
You can't play cricket like that.
It's all here. I couldn't have very well go to that dressed for this, could I?
Mary, this cap seems just a little large.
Well, stuff it with some paper or something. Must have your looking turned out well.
Sorry if I'm a bit late, sir. This bag's rather heavy.
What's that you're wearing?
Well, it's a club I used to belong to.
A bit dazzling, isn't it?
Well, yes. Well, you don't actually wear it at the wicket, you know.
I'm well aware of that. Pike! Where are your white flannels?
Haven't got any. My mum put them in the dolly tub and they shrunk above my knees.
Come here, boy. Come here. Pike! Now look here, Pike. You're not only a member of the platoon, but you're an employee of the bank as well. And to turn up here looking like that isn't doing you any good, you know. In fact, it could jeopardize your entire career. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
It so happens that I've got a spare pair of flannels. And on this occasion, I'm going to lend them to you. It's not the sort of thing that I like to do. Trousers are very personal things, you know. Not to be bandied about. All right. They're in my bag. Go and get them.
Thank you, sir.
And take that dreadful eye shade off.
Edward G. Robinson wears one.
Not on the cricket field.
Right, you ready, Captain Mannering?
Yes, I think my boys are all ready now.
Boys? Oh, blimey. Right, shall we toss here or go out on the pitch like they do in a test match?
Oh, we can do it here.
Right, here we are then.
Just a moment. Shouldn't the umpires do that?
Oh, it's going to be like that, is it? Right, where are the umpires then?
Where are
Umpires, please.
Umpires!
Good afternoon. Shouldn't we have white coats or something?
Yes, I think Mr. Jones is dealing with that.
All right,
Should
all
be
right,
eyes here now.
all right. Don't panic. I got the white coats from my shop. I'm sorry about the blood stains, but a little bit of kidney got left in the pocket, you know.
Yes, all right, thank you very much, Joe.
Right, there we are then, Vicar. But you call, Captain. Age before beauty, age before beauty.
I'm not really used to this sort of thing, you know.
Oh, don't worry, sir. It's not real gambling.
Heads.
It's tails. You've lost.
Ah. Sorry, Captain, you're fielding.
It looks as if the good Lord has his doubts about the weather for it.
Yes, it does indeed. Are you in a hurry to get away after the match, Mr. Yates?
Not particularly, sir.
I think perhaps you ought to remove your bicycle clips.
Well, it'll be good to hear Willow striking leather again, Wilson.
Yes, indeed it will, sir. Yes.
We're walking out here as free men to play a friendly British game. That's what we're fighting for, you know.
Yeah, of course, yes. Amongst other things.
Managed to get them all then, Pike?
Oh, yes. The only trouble is you're a bit shorter than I am, and a bit fatter.
Well, keep your hands in your pockets till the ball's delivered.
You send them down as fast as you like, sir, and I shall catch them and whip off their bails.
Thank you, Jones.
I'll take first strike, Gerald. We'll take it easy for the first couple of overs, then we'll really get on top of the bowling.
Pike, go a bit closer. I often get one with a short catch.
If I go any closer, I'll get my head bashed in.
Who's it told, Pike?
Well, it's just a touch to the middle.
Oh, that's near enough with him bowling.
Are you ready, Vicar?
Quite ready, Mr. Yateman.
Will you be saying grace, sir?
Thank you, Mr. Yateman. I don't think it's really usual.
Right. Play!
You can stand there, lad.
He says I've got to.
You'll get your head bashed in.
Mr. Mann really says I'll get my head bashed in.
Stay where you are, Pike.
Blimey, I can hear it creaking from here.
Very spectacular, but it's not out.
Didn't even move. Well, if you'd had moved, I'd have had you.
Suppose he's got to do that every time.
Very keen.
Oh, is he?
There we are, all ship-shape and Bristol fashion. Although I don't think that's quite the right expression somehow.
Play!
Just tempting him.
Doing this. Don't bother to run singles, Gerald.
Tempting him again, Razor.
Please, can I stand a bit farther away, Mr. Mannering?
Stay where you are, Pike. Look out for a catch this time, Wilson.
I can hardly bear to look, Joe.
Bad luck, sir. Personally, I don't think it was too wide at all. He could have reached it easily.
Are you doubting my integrity?
No, just your judgment.
Every ball a new adventure, isn't it? You any relation to Tarzan?
No ball!
That was my googly.
Well, from where I was standing, it was a chuck. And don't argue with the umpire or you'll be sent off.
You don't send people off at cricket.
I do.
I suppose I'm very lucky not to have been given offside.
I'm taking your name for that. No. Gross impertinence and sarcasm.
I wonder what he's got up his sleeve with the next one.
I don't know, but I wish I was wearing pads.
How's that, sir? How was that? How was that, sir?
Not out, you silly old fool. Any Burke can tell you that.
Jones, come here.
I'm sorry, sir. I'll try and be a bit quicker next time.
Look, Jones, you must make sure that he's out of his crease. Otherwise, the vicar will be banging those stumps back all day.
Yes, sir, well, I'll try and take myself in hand, sir.
Right, let's try again, shall we?
This is more than flesh and blood can stand.
Right, Gerald, run.
Catch it, Godfrey! Hurry up, Godfrey!
Sorry, Mr. Marriott. I seem to have mislaid the ball. I wondered I could have a little assistance.
Fraser, Walker, Pike, come with me.
Come on, Gerald, keep it up. 5, 6, 7.
Didn't you keep your eye on it, Godfrey?
Maybe it went down a rabbit hole.
Run in your rabbit hole. Damn it, they're still running.
11, 12.
How much longer do we have to keep this up?
Just keep running.
But my legs are shorter than yours.
Just keep running.
Oh, God.
14, 15.
This is ridiculous. I think we should have asked for the heavy roller on this, Mr. Mannering.
Don't you think we could join hands and tread the ground systematically?
19, 20.
I'll tell you what about using the other one?
Oh, all right. £2, did you say?
No, don't bother.
How was that?
24, Mr. Blewett.
I busted me point, jotting them down.
Don't be absurd. You can't run 24. It was a lost ball.
You just threw it in.
Well, we just found it.
Then it can't be a lost ball, then, can it? Play on!
It's over, Badger. Over.
Oh, all right. Over then.
What's that? How was it? How was this? How was that? How was it, sir?
Well, 152 for 4's not bad, eh, lads? I think I'll declare and let your lot have a bash, Mannering.
That leaves us 3 hours to get the runs. I think that's a very sporting declaration. Don't you, Wilson?
Yes, I do it is, yes. Very sporting indeed, yeah.
Yeah, well, as soon as you've finished your tea, lads. Ernie, how many overs do you think you'll need to skittle them out? 3 or 4?
Oh, I should think about 4 will see this lot off, won't it? By the way, who's that little fat fella? Where's he going to bat?
Oh, number 1 if I know him.
Not half, eh? Easy one the first time. Pinning at side screen with seconding.
Oh, I'm going to enjoy this.
I'll take first knock, Wilson.
Oh, yes, of course, yes, naturally, yes. I understand Mrs. Mannering might be coming out to watch the match, sir.
Oh, no. She's not much of a one for outdoor sports.
Oh, I see, yes. More the indoor type, I suppose.
No, wouldn't really say that either.
Well, keep close in, lads. We'll probably get a few sitters with this one.
Middle and leg, please, Mr. Yateman. Well, can't you make up your mind?
Well, I'm only trying to do what's right. You can't help some people. Lay.
Just a moment.
That's it. Have a good look round. You won't be there long. This captain would have played for England if the war hadn't started.
Where's it go?
It's where it comes to, you want to worry about. The ball leaves his hand at 95 miles an hour. Oh, I'm going to enjoy this.
bowling at the stumps, he's bowling at me.
What's up?
Oh! It's my shoulder.
What are you talking about?
My shoulder, it's gone. It's gone. I shan't be able to bowl for 2 weeks.
Where are you going?
I'm going off.
Blimey. Now we are in trouble. Henry, you better have a bowl. Dear, oh dear.
Serves you right, Hodges. I'm going to enjoy this.
Lay!
Mommy, take it.
Yes!
Go on.
Out! You're out. Leg before wicket, as plain as the nose on your face. You're out. You're out.
Try to control your staff, Vicar.
There'll always be an England while there's a it mean to you? All your proud from the north away. The empire too, we can depend on you. Freedom remains, chains nothing can break. There'll always be an England, and England shall be free. England means as much to you as England means to me.
Here, Sergeant Wilson's doing very well. That's 81 he's made.
Yes. He's had some very narrow escapes. That's it. You're in, Godfrey. And we only want 5 runs to win. Just try not to get out. And perhaps Wilson will scrape them.
Let me go in again, sir. Let me go in again. Well, I could disguise myself as an alternative person.
He'll be out first ball, I know it.
He hit it. Foolish. I should have taken the single and left it to Wilson. It's going to be a 6. That's it.
Well done.
You're all right,
man. I knew you could do it. I had complete confidence in you.
Well done, Godfrey. You saved the day.
You didn't really win. I should never have declared.
Ah, but you did.
All I can say is, you wait for the football season, mate.
We'll be ready for you. We're ready for any challenge, whether it comes from you or across the channel. Isn't that so, men?
Right.
3 cheers for the losers. Hip, hip.
Hooray!
Hip, hip.
Hooray!
Hip, hip.
Hooray!
And 1 for Godfrey Wilson. Hip, hip.
Hooray!
Here they come again. Right, men. Get your posts as quickly as you can. Come on. Have the double.
Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run. We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
Morning, Mr. Mannering. Morning, Pack. Any letters?
Only two, sir, and they're both marked delayed by enemy action.
Good gracious me. I realise, Pack, that we haven't had any letters from head office for over 2.5 weeks. Goodness knows how many documents have been lost in air raids.
Shall I set up the Lewis gun, sir?
No, that's Wilson's job. Where is he, by the way? It's 9:15.
He's not usually late.
No, he isn't. I wonder what's happened to him.
Perhaps he's been captured.
What?
A Nazi paratrooper may have landed in the night, hidden himself and catched him on the way to work.
Don't believe it. I better do it myself. See you letters on the phone.
Yes, sir. Hello, Swallow Bank? No, I'm not the manager. Hang on, please. It's for you, Mr. Mannering. Long distance, head office.
Oh, all right. You see to the gun, will you?
Yes, sir.
Hello, good morning, sir.
Hello, Mannering. West here, head office.
Oh, yeah, but stop fiddling with that gun. Stop fiddling with that.
Hello, Mannering. Are you there?
Yes, hello, sir, yes. Here.
I'm ringing you because I'm afraid some of our letters may have been destroyed by enemy action.
Put that gun down. Put that gun down, I say.
What's happening? What's happening?
Nothing, sir, nothing. Why?
I thought the bank was being robbed.
No. Everything's under complete control here, sir.
Well, I won't waste time, Mannering. This call is expensive. I just wanted to tell you that I shan't be able to send anyone to replace Wilson for several weeks. So you just have to manage the best you can.
What?
I said I shan't be able to send anyone to replace Wilson for several weeks.
Why? Where's he going?
What do you mean, where's he going? You know as well as I know where he's going. He's taking you as manager at our Eastgate branch. He applied for the job ages ago, didn't he tell you?
He's what?
Well, I wrote you about it last month.
Well, I never got the letter.
Oh, it must be one of those letters that was destroyed in an air raid. Anyway, you just have to manage the best you can. Don't forget there's a war on. I'll keep in touch. Goodbye.
You're right, Mr. Mannering.
Wilson's been made the manager of the Eastgate branch.
Oh, I know that. Yes, Mum's ever so pleased.
Hello, Mannering here.
Pritchard here, Adjutant HQ.
Oh, yeah, good morning, sir.
I just wanted to tell you that Sergeant Wilson's commission has come through.
Commission?
Captain Square would like him to take up his duties with the Eastgate platoon as soon as possible.
The Eastgate platoon?
I expect you'll miss him.
Have you decided who you're going to promote in his place yet?
Well,
Well, let me know as soon as you can. I must say, Sergeant Wilson deserves his promotion. He's a good chap.
Congratulate him for me, will you? Cheerio.
Yes, Mannering here.
Oh, good morning, Mr. Mannering. Vicar here.
What are you going to tell me about Wilson, that he's been made Archbishop of Canterbury?
Really, Mr. Mannering?
I'm sorry, Vicar. I'm not quite myself this morning.
Oh, dear, aren't you? Well, look, I'm afraid I've got rather a confession to make. Well, when I say confession, of course, I don't mean that sort of confession, because, of course, that's mostly for the RCs. What I'm trying to say is that the whist drive that is supposed to take place in the church hall on Tuesday next is tonight.
Really?
So, would you mind cancelling your parade? Otherwise, I'm going to look a bit of a fool.
All right, Vicar.
Oh, how sweet of you.
Thank you very much. Goodbye.
Hey!
You do look red, Mr. Mann. Shall I open the other window?
No, I'm all right. I've just had a bit of a shock, that's all. In fact, I've had several shocks this morning.
Well, I've never seen you look like this before.
Well, never mind that. Okay, as soon as you've got time, I want you to get on your bicycle and go round to every member of the platoon and tell them that the parade is off tonight.
Yes, sir.
And then get these orders typed out and duplicated and take a copy of them to each member of the platoon.
Yes.
Right? Go and get on with your work.
Morning, Frank.
Morning, Uncle Arthur, Mr. Wilson.
Morning, sir.
What time do you call this?
Well, actually, it's 20 to 10.
Where have you been?
Well, I've been doing a little shopping. I bought this. Do you like it? It's for officers only, of course. And I bought some of these things as well. I don't know which I like best, the cloth ones or the brass ones, but I rather understand that you're not supposed to wear the brass ones with the battle dress.
Judas.
I beg your pardon?
Judas!
I'm awfully sorry, but I don't quite follow you.
You follow me all right, Wilson. You've been following me for years. Waiting to step into my shoes.
I don't want to step into your shoes, sir.
You must have applied for the Seascape job weeks ago and you never said a word to me.
Thought you knew about it.
Rubbish.
But surely head office must have wrote you about it.
The letters got destroyed.
Well, that's not my fault, is it?
What about this commission?
Yes, well, Captain Square probably sort of overstepped the mark a little bit, but he's very keen to have me, you know. In fact, he said he was most impressed with what I'd done with the platoon.
What you done with the platoon?
Oh, yes, he's had his eye on me for some time now, you know.
Just because you went to some tuppenny-hipney public school?
Yes, well, I wouldn't call Meadow Bridge that.
Meadow
exactly.
Bridge. You know where I went, don't you? Eastbourne Grammar.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Well, don't be so patronising about it. I had to fight like hell to get there, and I had to fight even harder to stay there.
Well, that's all to your credit.
You never fought for anything in your life. Brought up by a nanny, father something in the city. All you had to do is just sit back and let everything come to you.
Yes, well, it wasn't really quite as simple as all that.
I've been the manager of this branch for over 10 years now. I ought to have gone on to better things years ago. Yet every time I've gone for an interview for a promotion, it's always been the same thing. What school did you go to? As soon as I told them, that was that.
Well, I'm sure that didn't really influence them.
Oh, no. I'm sure it wouldn't influence you. All they got to ask you'd say, oh, I was at Meadowbridge, you know. One of the better public schools. Small, but rather good.
Yes, well, there weren't actually over 300 boys there, you know.
Not only have I made a success of this branch, but I've taken a lot of shopkeepers and up by the bootlaces and turned them into a crack platoon.
Yes, well, I helped a bit.
Did you? I show you how I value your help, both as a platoon sergeant and a chief clerk. Give me 252, will you? When I sat at this desk this morning and saw the web of intrigue that was unfolding before my eyes, I couldn't believe it. I've never... Hello, Jones. Get round to the bank here as soon as you can. Pike! Now, until you're relieved by head office, you will assume the duties of chief clerk.
Pardon?
I said your chief clerk as from today.
Do you think I've got the brains for it?
I'm not sure if Wilson has, you have.
But I don't talk posh like Mr. Wilson.
Never judge a book by its cover, Pike. Come in.
Mr. Mannering, Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
Look, I can't stop long, you know. The offal's just arrived. I've got a queue a mile long, and the boy Raymond, he's looking after the shop.
Yes, all right. This won't take a minute. Get on with the work, Pike.
Yes, sir.
Now, a minute, Jones. Listen very carefully to what I'm going to say. Lance Corporal Jones, I hereby promote you to sergeant. What do you think of that?
Do you think that's wise, sir?
Do you think that's wise? That's the last time you'll look down your nose at me and say that supercilious tone of voice. Do you think that's wise, sir? Well, what do you think of that, Jones? Jones?
Oh, Mr. Mannering, I don't know what to say. This is quite extraordinary. Promoted to sergeant? I never believed this had come true. And now to think, after all these years, I'd be able to stand in front of those brave boys with 3 stripes on every arm. Not just 1, not 2, but 3.
You see the sort of men I'm promoting? Brave, true, loyal to the last.
Mr. Mannering, there's just one thing. What about Mr. Wilson? We can't have 2 sergeants.
No, Mr. Wilson is leaving us. He's going to higher things. He's been promoted to second lieutenant in the Eastgate platoon.
Oh, dear. Oh, that's marvellous. I shall miss you, Mr. Wilson. Nobody deserves promotion more than you do, and I shall try and live up to the high ideals and to the standards of loyalty that you've put up us.
Thank you very much, Joseph. Very kind of you. Thank you.
Oh, just one thing. Could you put that promotion down, please, officially? Write it down in writing, if you didn't mind, sir, so that I can have something solid to show people in the future years to come.
Yes, certainly.
Thank you, sir.
This is to confirm that you have been promoted to the rank of sergeant of the 1st Platoon of the Warmington-on-Sea Home Guard.
Home Guard.
Right, will they do? Right, now I'll have this typed out, and I'll put your name at the top and sign it.
Thank you very much, sir.
All right.
I'll get back to the shop now, Mr.
All right,
Mannering.
Jonesy, I'll show you out, shall I?
Yes, no need to do that. Thank you very much, Mr. Mannering.
All right,
Thank you,
Jonesy.
Mr. Wilson.
All right, Jonesy, come on, then.
I'll get back to the shop now.
Yes, you do that. You go back to the shop.
Yes, I'll go back to the shop now.
Yes, that's right,
Bye-bye.
Jonesy. You go back to the shop. That's it.
Excuse me, Mr. Mannering.
Yes.
Miss King says, can you come at once because she's got a query of a customer?
Pack.
Yes, sir?
Type those orders out and duplicate them, and see that every member of the platoon gets a copy. And tell them that the parade is off for tonight.
Yes, sir.
Right.
This is to confirm that you've been promoted to the rank of sergeant of the 1st Platoon. Why has he promoted everybody else to sergeant and not me? Oh, well, at least I am Chief Clerk.
High in the clouds, drifting, dreaming apart.
I do wish Mr. Mannering wouldn't keep using my drawers. Come in.
Isn't Mr. Mannering in?
He hasn't arrived yet. Oh, my dear Mrs. Pike, whatever is the matter?
It's nothing. But I did want to see Mr. Mannering.
Mrs. Pike, please tell me what this is all about.
It's Arthur. He's deceived me.
I beg your pardon?
He's been made manager of the bank over at Eastgate. I thought he'd be going over there every day on the train. But he's joined the Eastgate platoon. He's been made an officer. And he's going to live over there. And I shall never see him again.
Oh, of course you'll see him again, Mrs. Pike. Eastgate's only 10 miles away.
It might just as well be 100 miles away.
Now, don't you worry, Mrs. Pike. After a while, he'll come back to you and he'll say, all these weeks I've longed for the moment when I could take you in my arms, tell you how much I've missed you. What is it, Verger?
Well, oh, I'm sorry, Vicar. Well,
Tell me what it is you want. This is personal.
Yes, I can see that.
Just state your business.
Well, it's the harmonium in the bell tower. I can't push it on my own.
Well, I only want it moved a few feet, just away from the wall where the damn patch is.
Well, I still can't manage it on my own.
Well, Mr. Mannering's men will be here soon. Get one of them to help you.
Very well, sir. I never thought I should live to see the day when His Reverence will become a victim of wartime immorality.
Don't you worry, Mrs. Pike. I'm sure everything will turn out all right in the end.
Evening.
Oh, Mr. Mannering, can't you do something about Arthur?
I'm afraid it's out of my hands now, Mrs. Pike.
Oh, I don't know what's come over him. Ambition's turned his head.
I'm the sergeant, the bully sergeant. Come with me and you shall see that a soldier's life is fine.
Pity. Yes. Platoon. Platoon, attention! Very sloppy indeed. Now listen to me. There's going to be a few changes around here, you understand? I'm in charge now, and you can have it the easy way, or you can have it the hard way. The easy way is not very easy, and the hard way is very, very hard. Now, let's have a look at ye. Yeah. Stand up straight, bike! You're as peely-wally as a rotten banana. Godfrey, you'll have to pull your socks up while you know, or you'll be out in your ear. I'm not carrying any passengers in my platoon. I'm watching you, Walker. Just put one foot wrong, and I'll have ye. You get me? A last warning, Jones. Unless your drill improves, I'll take that stripe away. Now, back up your ideas, all of ye. And remember, my name's Sergeant Fraser. Fraser, spelled B-A-S-T-A-R-D.
That's not really how you spell it, is it?
Hey!
The vicar says you've got to give me a hand with the harmonium.
Me give a hand with harmonium.
It's got to be shifted.
Eh?
Or perhaps you'd like me to tell the others what you've just been saying.
All right, where is it?
In the bell tower. Come on. You better take your jacket off as well. Oh, it's hot work shifting that harmonium.
Right.
Platoon, attain, shut. Right. Now that I've been made up to sergeant, I don't want you lot to worry about me being too regimental. Now, for instance, when I call to roll, if there's someone who's not here and he's a regular customer of mine, and he spends, say, what, £2 or more a week, I'll mark him here, present. On the other hand, if I find someone's not cleaned his brasses, I'll overlook it. Always providing, of course, he buys the metal polish off me to clean it with.
Excuse me, Mr. Walker. Excuse me. Could you give me a hand to shift the harmonium?
Oh, no, I don't know about that. I mean, not now I've been made a sergeant. I mean, I don't think I ought to do that sort of thing. Did you know I was made a sergeant?
Very nice. Won't take a minute.
All right. Hello. Better take this jacket off. Get my nice new stripes dirty. It's very dusty up in that bell tower.
I really can't understand why Captain Manners promoted me to being sergeant. I mean, I'm not sure I can carry out the duties, but of course I shall do my best.
I'm sure you will, Mr. Godfrey.
Excuse me, I have to wash my hands.
Hello, Pikey. You seen Mr. Godfrey?
Yeah, he's in there.
Has he got his first aid kit with him?
Yes, why?
Well, I cut my finger on my rifle bolt. I wanted to put a bandage on it.
Right, that was a good job, well done, Taffy.
God, I'm not here to shift furniture, especially now that I must... Hold on.
Blimey.
I really think it must be a mistake.
Well, of course it must, Mr. Godfrey. You can't have two sergeants.
I'm going to see Mr. Mannering. There must be some
Very good, Captain Mannering. I excuse you, say. Right, now then, platoon.
Blimey. I really think you ought to speak to Mr. Wilson, you know.
I'm having nothing more to do with it, Vicar. I wash my hands of the entire affair.
Captain Mannering?
Yeah.
I've fallen the private in. What shall I do with the sergeants?
Come in.
Ah. Well, I'm just off, sir. I thought I'd get the 9:30 to Eastgate.
Why are you going now? It's only Wednesday. You don't take up your position in Eastgate until Monday.
Yes, but I know they've been having a lot of difficulty over there, sir. You see, the manager's been called up, and Mr. West from the head office is going to stay on in Eastgate in order to show me the ropes.
Mr. West of head office, eh? We are honoured. Why are you travelling in uniform?
Well, I don't know, just sort of, kind of handy, you know.
Rubbish! You're travelling in uniform so that you can parade up and down the platform looking for salutes.
And why not? You did.
How do you mean?
The day you got your new uniform, I followed you.
You followed me?
Yes, I did. And I watched you go up and down the high street 3 times looking for a serviceman to salute you, and in the end you had to make do with a Sea Scout.
Say what you have to say and go.
Well, I've just come to say goodbye, sir. I wondered if you'd like to come up to the station and see me off.
I certainly would not. Our relationship ends here and now.
Oh, really, sir? After all we've been through together, for heaven's sake. Can't we let bygones be bygones?
Don't try to soft soap me.
Well, goodbye. Bye.
And if I did look for salutes, at least I did them properly. That salute you just gave me was rotten.
I think you've done very well these last 3 days, Wilson.
Thank you very much, sir.
You know, we had thought of promoting you to manager several times over the last few years.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes, if it hadn't been for Mannering, you'd have had your own branch ages ago.
Oh? What did he say?
Oh, he only said that, in his opinion, you didn't show enough initiative.
Oh. Oh, did he?
Well, you certainly proved him wrong. And speaking for myself, I think you'll make an excellent manager.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much indeed.
Well, it's nearly 1 o'clock. I must close the bank and get back to London. I expect you're busy with the Home Guard being Saturday afternoon.
That's right, yes.
Here are the keys.
Ah, thank you.
From Monday morning, Wilson, you will be sitting in that chair. At 9 o'clock, you will enter this office and take your place at that desk as manager. How do you feel about it?
Awfully nice.
Good luck, Wilson.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much indeed.
High in a cloud, drifting, dreaming,
Morning. Good morning. What a lovely day. Morning. See you in a moment or two. Morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mr. Boyle.
I've got several rather important items for you to deal with, sir.
Oh, well, all in good time, Mr. Boyle. All in good time. I'd rather like to have a little word with the staff first.
Very well, sir.
Right.
Mr. Wilson would like to have a word with you. Will you all come into the office, please?
Yes, I thought it might be rather a nice idea if we were to have a little chat together so that we might all get to know each other, you see?
Yes, of course.
Right, come along then. Do what you can. That's it, that's right. Right, are we all here? Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, before we start work today, I thought it might be quite a nice idea just to meet you and have a little word together. Now, I would like you to understand that I like to work in a nice, quiet, relaxed kind of atmosphere. Do you understand? Now, if you have any worries, I don't want you to be upset at all, but just come along to my office, tap on the door, and as long as you see the name A. Wilson, manager, I wanted to give you a feeling of security and confidence. So just tap on the door, come in, and I shall be always here to see you and look after you, all right? Right, but now there are one or two little...
There are the sirens, Mr. Wilson.
Yes.
We'd better go down to the shelter.
Yes, I suppose we have. Yes. Oh, all right, well, don't panic, don't panic, don't panic. It's perfectly all right. Perfectly all right. Keep calm. We can do those papers in the shelter, can't we, Mr. Boyd? Ah, come along, my dear. What a very pretty blouse you're wearing. Absolutely lovely. Where did you get that?
I hope Uncle Arthur's all right.
Oh, he'll be all right. The devil looks after his own. After all, they haven't had one single bomb on Eastgate yet. This is very upsetting, sir.
Well, of course, the bank was completely gutted.
But how are you going to carry on?
We're not. We're going to close down the Eastgate branch and put all the business over to Hastings.
Must be the shortest appointment in history.
Well, how do you mean?
Well, at 9 o'clock, the poor chap was manager of a bank, and at 5 past, he had no bank to manage.
How's he taking it?
Oh, you can never tell with Wilson. He's not the sort of chap to show much emotion.
Yes. Well, we must all carry on doing our bit, Mannering.
Yes, yes, certainly we must, sir. Yeah. Bye. Hello, Wilson. Come in. I've just had head office on the phone.
Oh.
They're very sorry.
Ah.
And may I say how very sorry I am, too?
Thank you, sir.
It's most unfortunate.
Yes, it is. Yes. Most unfortunate, yes.
No, don't sit down. I'm rather busy. I've had a word with GHQ, and they're quite agreeable for you to keep your rank.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah. Get them sewn on by tonight. That's all.
kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run. We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
Now, there's no doubt about it that in modern warfare, communications are vital. And that's why I've sent a strong letter to the War Office demanding that we should have wireless sets without delay.
What happened to that very strong letter to the War Office demanding Bren guns, sir?
We're not discussing guns now, Wilson. Now, in the event of the wireless sets not arriving before Adolf kicks off, I intend to capture some from his first wave.
Sir, I should like to volunteer to be in charge of the Nazi wireless set capturing party, sir. I should enjoy that.
Yes, all right, Corporal. That's something we can come to much later on.
I would like to suggest, sir, that we only use our bayonets so we do not destroy the Nazi wireless machines with our bullets.
Yes, it's a very good suggestion. I'll make a note of that.
Yes, sir.
Right. Now, the point is this, that having obtained the wireless sets, how do we send a message?
They usually say, calling all cars, there's a stick up at the corner of 93rd and 7th.
I don't think that would help us very much, Frank.
Plenty of stick-ups when old Jonesy gets let loose with his bayonet.
Yes, all right. Now, I have studied the correct procedure, so if you'll all pick up your wireless sets, I'll show you. Incidentally, I'm very grateful to everybody who supplied these cocoa tins and treacle tins. I see some of them had some Old English humbugs in.
I once lost stopping out of a tooth with an Old English humbug.
Yeah, toffees are worse, sir. I broke me up a set with a toffee once.
I once choked on a gobstopper.
That's right, Frank. I've forgotten that. You're quite right. I've forgotten.
Uncle had to bang me on the back. I met him for banging me too hard.
Yeah, all right. Don't let's go into this, please.
Marshmallows.
I beg your pardon?
Marshmallows. Kinder on the teeth.
Good. Now, as you no doubt remember from your childhood, if you speak into the tin at one end, you will hear the voice in the tin at the other, provided, and this is most important, provided that you keep the string absolutely tight.
Turkish Delight was nice and soft.
Fraser. What have I just said?
We've got to be absolutely tight.
No. I'm asking Fred.
I'm sorry, sir. My mind was wandering.
Now, as you know, with a wireless set, you cannot speak and hear at the same time, which is why the correct procedure has to be adopted. So, if you'll just hang on there, I'll show you what the... I'll show you what the correct procedure is. Right, thank you, Jones. Now, when we first set the switch set on, we're in the listening position. So everybody listen. All right?
I think
Sorry, sir, my communication cord's a bit short, sir.
All right, everyone in the listening position, please.
I think I could hear the sea.
You must have a pilchard tin.
Wilson, put that to your ear, will you?
I'm sorry, sir, but there's a little bit of Old English humbug stuck at the bottom of this tin. I'd rather like to have it.
Honk it out with this pencil.
Look, leave it where it is for the time being. Wilson!
All right.
Put it to your ear,
Sorry,
please.
sir. We'll do it later. Right.
Now, to commence proceedings, I put the microphone to my mouth and I speak into it thus.
Hello, Station Charlie 1. Hello, Station Charlie 1. Report my signals, all stations Charlie 1. Over.
Was that quite clear to everybody?
Speaking for myself, I never heard a single one.
I heard your voice with the tin, sir. It was terribly good. It really was absolutely wonderful.
Yes, well, what I was saying was, hello, all stations Charlie 1. Hello, all stations Charlie 1. Report my signals, all stations Charlie 1. Over.
What's Charlie 1?
But Charlie 1 is Sergeant Wilson's call sign. I was using the call sign.
Well, how do we know who's who?
It's perfectly simple, really. I'm saying hello to all of you, you see. And Wilson is Charlie 1, Fraser's Charlie 2, you're Charlie 3, Charlie 4, Charlie 5, and so on.
But there's ring to me, sir. Why don't you say hello, Charlie 2?
Because you would say that if you were speaking to me. You would say hello, Charlie 2.
Ah, you mean I say hello to me?
No, you're saying hello to me.
Why don't I say hello, Charlie 1?
Well, because that's not the way it's done.
Excuse me, are we all Charlie 1s too?
Now, let us imagine for the time being that all this side is headquarters and we're all saying hello, all stations Charlie 1. All right, now let's do this
Just a
together.
moment, sir.
Yeah.
My name really is Charlie. Now, does that make any difference?
No, none at all. Right, come on. All together now.
Hello, Station Charlie 1. Hello, Station Charlie 1.
Yes, that wasn't really very good, was it?
Yes, sir, why can't we use Boy Scouts, sir? They can run very fast and they can nip through little holes in the hedges, sir. Boy Scouts are very good at that sort of thing.
Shall we have another go?
Yes.
Right.
Hello.
Hello, Mr. Yeatman.
Hello, Mr. Rogers. Sorry to hear about your headquarters last night.
Yeah, blown to bits it was.
Did you suffer any personal loss or injury?
Only my spare trousers.
What a blessing he wasn't in them.
I'll say a splinter went right through the seat.
The good Lord must have been watching over you.
He was. I was in the boozer.
He moves in a mysterious way, his wonders to perform.
Yes. Is Napoleon in?
Yes, but you're not to let him worry you, because the vicar says you can use his office and anything else you want.
Yes, well, I better word with the town clerk, so I shouldn't have any trouble.
Well, you must have somewhere to do your air raid precautions, mustn't you? Otherwise, where will we all be?
Well, thank you, Mr. Yeatman.
I'm very glad your lot are here. It's been all tribulation with Mannering.
Is it? Right.
What's tribulation?
Well, it's... Get.
Right, now we'll follow with you, Wilson. Right.
Just a minute, sir. Before you go any further, do you know, sir, if you pull these through in a certain way, sir, they make a noise like a chicken who's about to pass an egg. Do you know, sir? Do this much,
What are you teaching them? Cat's cradle? Come on, underneath this lot. Come on. Just a minute.
What exactly do you think you're doing?
I think you and I better have a talk in the office, private-like.
I don't wish to speak to you at all.
Well, you're going to have to, so let's get cracking.
Take over, Wilson, will you? Don't take a minute. Hold that, Joe.
Right, sir.
Now, look here, Hodges.
No, you look here, Mannering. My headquarters has been put out of action, and I've official permission to use these premises here.
On whose authority?
See for yourself. Yep. Now, I'm a reasonable sort of man. I know you and I have had our differences in the past, but we are both on the same side, and I want to be generous. I don't want to, I don't want to, be standoffish, and I'm prepared to go shares with you. So I'll tell you what I've got to do. Now, this half here with your chair you can have. This half here is me, right? Draw a line here like this. Got it? There we are, down the wall.
Just a moment.
What are you doing? Well, now, when it comes to the desk, you keep your stuff over there, and I'll keep my stuff over here, right?
How dare you mark my desk?
I've only been trying to fair and reasonable.
Rub this out at once.
Yeah, and I shall chalk it again. I can chalk quicker than you can rub, mate. Yeah, that'll be enough of that. Now, you probably noticed both the doors here are in my half. Now, I want to be fair, so I'm going to draw a chalk line on the floor like this here. There we are, and another one like this here. Now, that's Tom Tiddler's ground.
Oh, I've had enough of this nonsense.
You're standing on my bit. Get off. Now, the only thing I have to insist on is the telephone. That has to be on my side.
Oh, no, it doesn't. That is my artery of communication. If Hitler invades anywhere along the coast first, that is how I shall learn of it.
Yes, and it's my artery every time the siren sounds. If Hitler's coming, I'll take a message for you.
That stays there, and I'll give you 5 seconds to get out of my office.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm not going.
Oh, right. Wilson! Jones! Escort this person from my headquarters.
Look, mate, I'm staying. This is my headquarters.
Carry my orders out.
Right, so would you mind awfully leaving the office as the captain says?
Look, I've got official permission. There it is in black and white.
If you don't move out of here, you'll get this right up you, and you will not like it.
Now, look here, Gandhi.
What?
Look, you haven't heard the last of this. I'm telling you, you haven't heard the last of it. Get off.
Well done, Jones.
They don't like the old cold steel, sir. Most of them cannot countenance it.
Right. Let's resume our lecture.
He's done it this time. He's done it.
Whatever's up, Mr. Rogers? You look as if you're a soul in torment.
Fetch him. Fetch the vicar. It's that Mannering. Oh, I shall have to sit down. I'll have one of my funny turns.
You sit down here and I'll get his reverence.
He threatened me with a bayonet.
Never.
It's true, a bayonet.
He who liveth by the sword shall die by the sword. And that goes for bayonets and all.
Now, you're not going over when I say over. So let's do it in turn, shall we all? My file will say it first, and then Wilson's file will say it after. All right, 1, 2, 3. Over. 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 Yes, that's better. That's much better.
I think I got the hang of it, sir. Can I do it on my own?
We're not quite ready for that, Jones.
Oh, let me go solo. Let me go solo, sir.
Oh, very well.
This should be good.
Hello, all stations, Charlie 1. Hello, all stations, Charlie 1. Report my signals, all stations, Charlie 1. Over.
That was very good, Jones.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Excellent. You got that quite correct.
Thank you very much, sir. I bet they all thought I couldn't do that.
You did it beautiful.
Yeah, I'm not such a fool as I may think I am.
All right, now let's try it again. Tighten your strings. Right. Now keep the strings tight. Whatever you...
I have given Mr. Hodges here permission to use my office. Now I understand he's been molested.
Look, Vicar, I'm very busy. Supposing I see you in my office in 20 minutes' time.
It is not your office, it is my office, and I have lent it to Mr. Hodges.
What did I say? I told him, didn't I? I told him.
You did?
You are interrupting vital training for the defense of the realm. Kindly go away.
No, I will not. And I want to get to my office, so kindly take all your silly little bits of string out of my way.
I will not.
Well, I shall report you to the bishop and to the police.
Oh, never so damn childish.
Don't you profane his reverence like that.
Don't let's have any impertinence from you either.
Oh, so that's the way it is it? Follow me, Vicar.
Well, I think it's a cheek Hodges using this as his ARP headquarters.
Well, I can't see old Mannering being pushed around much longer. I mean, after all, he's tried to cooperate, but what can you do with a bloke like Hodges? I mean, he's so dead common.
You're right there, Joe. He is common.
One thing I can't stand is common people.
I know that you're being quite fair. You know, Mr. Hodges does a very good job as ARP warden, and it's a dangerous job, too.
Well, I don't say he don't do it well. All I say is he does it uncouth.
If only Mr. Mannering had put a curse on him.
A curse? How can he put a curse on anybody?
I've seen it done, no?
When?
Nigh on 50 years ago, when I was trading coral in the South Seas with a friend of mine.
Was that the one that got eaten by a squid?
No, son. It's a different friend. Jethro, his name was. One day, we were anchored off a wee island, about 20 miles west of Samoa. And Jethro told me that he'd heard that there was a ruined temple in the center of the island with a huge idol that had a ruby the size of a duck's egg set in its forehead. She was determined to get it. So as soon as it was dark, we rowed ashore, armed to the teeth, and set off through the jungle to find the temple. After about 2 hours hacking our way through the undergrowth, we came to a clearing. There was the temple, the ruined temple, covered with jungle creepers. The place was deserted. We crept inside, and there it was. A huge idol with a great ruby in its forehead. As the shafts of moonlight struck down through the holes in the roof, it burned like fire. Jethro gave a cry of triumph, jumped up on the idol, and hacked the ruby out of its forehead with his knife. All this time, I could feel eyes, horrible unseen eyes, staring at us. I could stand it no longer. I shouted, "Let's get out!" And we turned to go, and then we saw it. Barring our way in the doorway was the witch doctor. He gave a scream that turned my blood to ice. He shook a bunch of bones in Jethro's face, and he cursed him. After all these years, I can still hear that terrible curse. "Death!" he screamed. "Death! The ruby will bring you death! Death!"
Did the curse come true, Mr. Fraser?
My son is dead. He died. Last year, he was 86.
Come on, do the job, she says. All in his 3 lights, open order. Take the mark from me.
Right, thank you, Gordon. Now, I've had a word with Area HQ, the Civil Defence people, and the Secretary of the Council, who happens to be a fellow Rotarian. And I can assure you that I give them a piece of my mind. And these ARP people will be cleared out of here just as soon as possible.
But not this week.
But not this week. All right, I'll tell you. So in the meantime, we must behave in a true Christian manner, and as far as possible, ignore them.
Hey, right wheel! Hey, right wheel!
Time! Halt! Flip! Hop! Please, Bob. Right wrist!
Guard left, dress!
That's enough of that, Mannering.
You started it.
Yeah, well, you would take it up more than you're after the all.
I've got twice as many troops as you.
Call these troops? God blimey, the Bath Chair Fusiliers.
How would you like a bunch of fives up the Uda?
I think it's already had one, Joe.
Oh, that's brave, isn't it? 10 to 1.
Listen, Buddy, this town's not big enough for both of us.
Don't start anything.
How dare you push me?
Hello, the rear. Saved by the bell. Right, I'll sort you out later. Get your postman.
Right in duty, man.
Mrs. Cole on the telephone. Miss Robinson, take charge of the incident map.
Taylor, make up your defence points. And medical tea rooms and patrol from there to Timothy White.
General, get the fire going. We might be here all night. Gets a bit parky later on.
Right. Jones, keep your sector in reserve here.
Very good, sir.
And keep that over your side.
Now look, Hodges. I'm doing my best to tolerate your presence, but you're being absolutely insufferable.
You're never going to get a light like that. I mean, after all, the wood's damp and the chimney's cold. What you want's a fire lighter.
I haven't got any.
Oh, well, I can help you there. There you go. That'll get it going before you can say gunpowder. Ninepence to you.
Oh, thanks.
Hey, Joe! What? Hold on, son. That's trading with the enemy.
Yes, right. Thank you very much. Yes, let me have a report in the morning. Thank you. Right. Oi, cut that out. Not during an alert. I shall be receiving a constant stream of reports on that tonight.
And I shall be receiving my orders from the War Office through my superior officer.
Wilmington ARP.
Number 1 Platoon Headquarters, Wilmington on Sea Home Guard.
Yes, it is for you, Captain Waringham.
Of course. Good evening, sir. Captain Mannering here. Oh. Hello, Elizabeth.
You can pack that in, carrying on and chats with your bits of stuff.
Do you mind? This happens to be my good lady.
Yes, well, tell her to cut it short.
No, I... What? Of course I can't come home. Not just now. Well, if you're really frightened, why don't you sit in the cupboard under the stairs, as usual? I'm sure a bomb is far more dangerous than a mouse.
No, careless talk costs lives.
Hey, I'll try another one.
Oh,
You know the trouble, I expect some sparrows laid a nest somewhere up there. They do a lot of that. They lay a nest, you know, sparrows do it up the top of the chimney.
Well, we can have some roast sparrow. Very tasty. Very sweet.
That's better.
Blimey. Hey, what are those made of, Joe?
Well, they're mostly made from incendiary bombs that have been damaged by fire.
What's this? What's this? That stove is not to be ignited without the consent of the vicar.
What are you talking about? It's only a fire.
Oh, it'll have to be notified. There'll be a rumpus. Who lit it?
The wardens.
The wardens. Did they? Cheers the fireplace up a notch fire, didn't it?
Yes, well, perhaps if we made a big noise, the mouse would jump down the hole.
What? Look, leave the mouse where it is and you jump down the old missus.
Now, that wasn't very kind, was it, Mr. Rogers?
Well, you keep out of this, dear. The raid's been on 10 minutes and I haven't received a single Manning report yet. Ah, that's it. Hello? Yes, yeah. Oh, righto, Mr. Yelden. Yes, thank you very much. Right, thank you. Right, Mr. Yelden, they're standing by in Khyber Road. Hello? Yeah. Chimney on fire? Right, give me the details, will you? Right. Yes. Yeah, right. Yes. Get this down, Mrs. Cole, yes?
Yes.
Right. That's the end, dear. That's the end. Look.
We can't have a vital channel of communication blocked by this domestic trivia.
There's nothing trivia about a chimney on fire, mate. An enemy bomber could see it miles away. Yes, where is it? Right. Right, yes. A large building next to St. Alden's Church, Mortimer Road.
Pretty.
A large building next to St. Alden's Church.
A
large building. Building next to St. Alden's Church. Worse than your lot, she is. Mortimer Road. Road. R-O-A-D. Right. Get on to the fire brigade, will you, Mrs. Cole?
Right.
Now what do you think you're up to, Mr. Mannering?
Please, Vicar, we're very busy. Will you go away?
Do you realise you've set the chimney on fire?
The stove in it all has become a raging fiery furnace.
Fiery furnace? Yeah, well, just a minute. This is a large building next to St Aldham's Church.
Yes, I know. Go, blimey, get out!
He lit it.
It was his firelighters that did it.
Well, it's never happened before. Normally they don't burn.
What are you doing about it, Wilson?
Well, when it happened in the nursery, Nanny put some salt on it.
Blimey, it's a fire, not a pigeon.
Sir, I have the fire brigade now. Shall I ask them to pop round?
Certainly not. Make us a laughing stock of the neighbourhood. Tell them it's a false alarm. Come on, Gerald, you and I up the tower.
Shall we take the pumps?
Yes, get the pump.
Come on, man.
Excuse me, Mr. Mannering. Yes. I had the key of the cupboard. I can bring some bandages.
Oh, yes, all right, you are.
Bog peat, Mr. Mannering.
What do you say?
Bog peat. One barrel of bog peat would put that fire out in a minute.
Go do be sensible.
Oh, but sorry. I've seen it.
Mr. Mannering! Mr. Mannering! Captain Mannering! Captain Mannering!
What is it, Jones?
The chimney's on fire, sir.
Well, I know that.
Yeah, well, if you lean out, sir, look, you can see. It's like a Roman candle, the sparks coming out. But you've got to be careful, sir, because there's a 40-foot drop down here, you know. Oh, thank you, Mr. Mannering. You saved my life then. I won't forget that, Mr. Mannering.
Oh, look, get out of the way. Come on, Pike, give me a lift up.
Yes, sir.
Right, get inside, Jones.
I can't, Mr. Mannering. I'm sitting on the window catch and it's made of cold steel, and it's... every time I move, it goes in a funny position, and I don't like it, Mr. Mannering. I don't like it.
Now, look. There's a ledge out here, and I'm going to inch along it until I can see if I can get to the roof.
Right. Hey, what's going on? Get out of the way. Come on, this is an ARP matter. Come on, out of there. Come on, off there.
I'm in an embarrassing position.
What are you talking about?
His trousers are hooked by the gusset.
Well, get your trousers off.
Not in front of his reverence.
Come on, you can't say go. Get your trousers off.
Stop it! Get out of it! Get out
What's
of
going on here? Leave it alone.
Mr. Mannering, they're trying to take my trousers off.
Come in, you rotting Jones. Wilson?
Yes, sir?
There's a gap between the tower and the roof. Oh. So if you'll hand me a plank, I'll put it across.
Well, I haven't got a plank. Why should I have a plank?
Here, there's a ladder here, sir. What about that?
Well done, Walker. Show it out. What's the matter?
I've relieved myself, sir. It's quite all right, sir.
Well, get out of the way.
He's not very nice, is he?
Yeah, hang on. Come on. No, I can't do it that way. Hang on. Bring it up. Take it back. Take it back.
Get it off the banisters.
Right.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Mannering. Thank you. You saved my life. I won't forget that, Mr. Mannering.
Grab the ladder.
Hey, look, if you ease it along there, you can get it on the edge of the sill.
Look, hurry up. Blimey, a German bomber will see that chimney on 5 miles.
All right. Careful. Right. Oh, thank you, Mr. Mannering. You saved my life again.
Come on now. Get round the corner.
Right,
Find that crumbling bit on the corner.
Right. Blimey. I got it, sir.
I don't like this. I get verdigris terrible.
Where you going with that bucket of sand, Mr. Yeatman?
I've been polishing it all for 30 years, sir. I can't see it go up like a bundle of kindling.
Right. I think it's firm enough that now.
Yes, sir. Right, sir. I will test it, sir. I'll test the ladder, sir.
Well, hurry up, you old fool, and don't talk so much.
Yes, right, sir. It's all right so far. All right, sir.
Now, Jones, when you get on the other side,
yes, sir.
Edge your way along the roof.
Yes, sir.
See if you can reach the chimney from there.
Right, sir.
See if you can reach the chimney from there.
Right, sir.
Pike, Walker, get down on the catwalk and see if you can work your pump from there.
Hold on, Joe.
He needs water.
Water. Look, there are plenty of buckets down at the hall.
Oh, come on, Godfrey, come on.
Aren't you coming, sir? Oh, no, I'm going to pass it through.
Come on, Grandad, hurry up.
Mr. Mannering! If I had a bucket of water, I could throw it down the chimney.
Pass water. Pass the word back to water.
Hurry up! Oh.
There you are.
More!
Oh, Lord.
Water coming!
Water coming.
That's it. Water coming.
Right.
Water coming. Oh!
I'm going to do it, mate.
More water! More water! More water!
Pumping, Joe.
More water! More water! 10 more water! More water! More water!
You saved my life. You remind me of Mr. Mannering.
More water coming on! More water coming on! Coming on!
All right, Joe, quick as we can.
Coming on! More water!
Well, it is your church, Vicar. Get it yourself.
I quite agree.
Go on, Rafa, get some more water.
Mr. Mannering! Mr. Mannering! If I slide down the roof, I can get next to the chimney. I draw myself up to my full height, and I will pour the water down the chimney.
Don't talk so much and get on with it, Chris. Very good, sir. Right away, sir. Right away, sir.
It's hot in the fireplace, sir. I can't, sir. I'm on fire.
Don't worry, Mr. Jones, I'll put you out. Stop!
Mr. Mannering! I think they put me out.
Good heavens, how did that happen?
When I went down there the last time, sir, I put some salt on it.
Well done, my men. Get back to the tower. Careful how you go.
You be careful, Mr. Mannering. This lad is poised very delicate on the edge of it. I'm afraid it's smashed to smithereens, sir. I doubt you'll have to stay up there for a wee while longer.
Wilson?
Yes?
Go to the builder's yard and get a ladder.
All right. What are you talking about? It'll take half an hour. Get the fire brigade.
Not likely.
It's all right for you. You're as dry as a bone. I'm soaking wet.
Well, that's your fault for chucking water about like a 6-year-old child.
You wouldn't say that if you was as wet as I was.
Oh, yes, I would.
Oh, now's your chance to try, isn't it?
Wilson!
What is it now?
Perhaps if the fire brigade aren't doing anything else, they wouldn't mind popping round.
Who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think we're on the run? We are the boys who will stop your little game. We are the boys who will make you think again. 'Cause who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done? Mr. Brown goes off to town on the A21, but he comes home each evening and he's ready with his gun. So who do you think you are kidding, Mr. Hitler, if you think old England's done?
Ah, Captain Mannering and the Warmington-on-Sea platoon are a bit late, are they, Sergeant Major?
I understand they're using their own transport, sir. It's a butcher's van. They've converted an armoured car and transport vehicle.
Yes, they're very ingenious, these Home Guards.
Oh, yes, sir. They're very keen as well.
A bit too keen, if you ask me.
You all right, sir?
Oh, it's this damn twitch I've developed. I've been running the School of Explosives for over a year now. And it wasn't until we started getting home guards here for weekend courses I got this confounded twitch.
You asked me, you could do with a spot of leaf, sir.
The trouble is, they've got no idea of the danger. They're so mad keen. They charge about all over the place. One of these days, they're going to blow themselves sky high. I know it, I just know it.
Well, never mind, sir. This is the last of the home guard we'll be getting in. The sooner we get them through the course tomorrow and get rid of them, the better. Then you'll be able to sleep easy in your bed, sir.
All I can say is roll on tomorrow night.
Hello. This lot sounds even more keen than the others, sir.
Oh, Lord. All right, Sergeant Major, go and look after them.
Right then.
Thank you, Sergeant Major. Captain Mannering, number 1 platoon, Warmington on Sea Home Guard, reporting for duty, sir.
How do you do?
Sergeant Wilson, Lance Corporal Jones. Yep. I must say, we can't wait to get cracking. We haven't handled any live grenades before.
Haven't you?
I can't wait to get my hands on them.
No, neither can I, Captain Mannering. You know, I don't know which I like best, the bayonet or the bomb. I'm fond of them both, of course. I like Mills' bombs best, you know. Mills, I've always wanted to meet that Mr. Mills. He must have been a very clever man. You know, in 1916, when I was in France, I used to lob those bombs over one at a time. Pin out, over, bang! Over, bang! They used to call me the mad bomber, you know. I'm not mad, really, you know, sir. I'm as sane as you are.
Oh, really? Well, if you'll excuse me, I've got rather a lot to do. Make yourselves comfortable, won't you?
He's a bit historical, isn't he, sir?
Let's go and get our bedding.
Well, I think Pike is bringing my stuff in, sir.
Look, we can't have anybody waiting on us in this platoon, Wilson.
No, right.
This is a democratic unit. We eat together, sleep together, and fight together. Rank doesn't come into it.
Right, sir.
Is your bedding, Uncle Arthur?
Oh.
In future, you will not wait on Sergeant Wilson. We're all equal here.
Shall I take it out again?
Now, Frank, please. Oh, don't be absurd. Just put it over there, will you, please?
Right. Mum says you're not to walk all over it with your boots on. She doesn't want marks all over the sheet.
All right,
Yeah. We've got to sleep on the ground, have we?
Well, it's either that or stand up all night.
It won't do my rheumatics much good.
Ah, don't be so feely-wally. It'll make your back go straight.
At my age, it's already decided which way it wants to go.
Right in here, Spunk. Casings.
Uncle Arthur,
What is it, Frank?
have you seen Mr. Snuggly?
Mr. Who?
Mr. Snuggly, my teddy.
No, I haven't.
Well, Mum said she'd put him in.
Well, I haven't got him.
Well, I've got to have him. I can't get to sleep without him.
Well, I haven't seen him.
Well, have a look in your bed. Perhaps he's in there.
All right. Ah, yes, here he is. Yes.
Don't let anybody see him.
All right, all right. I thought you wanted him.
Well, if they see him, they might laugh at me. Wrap him in a towel and hand him over.
All right, all right.
What have you got there, Wilson?
What? Mr. Snuggly.
What?
He's my bear, my teddy bear. I can't get off without him.
Extraordinary.
Thank you, Uncle Arthur.
All right.
What are you doing, Jonesy?
Make me bed, aren't I?
You're going to go strawberries, innit?
Of course not.
What you got that net on it for?
Well, that's for mosquito net.
What are you talking about? There's no mosquitoes here, you silly old duffer.
No, but it goes with the bag, doesn't it? We've been together for 50 years.
And it don't seem a day too much.
You can laugh, but I was very glad of this net in the Sudan. It doesn't just keep out mosquitoes, it keeps out snakes and all.
Blimey, don't tell me snakes were trying to get into bed with you.
Yeah, snakes? It's cold out in the desert, and them snakes, they used to come in and try and snuggle in beside you. Oh, it's all right. You don't. They're not cold and slimy snakes, you know. They're all warm and soft. There's one used to come round every night round my tent and round by my net. And what did I call him? Oh, yeah, Charlie, I called him. And his little face used to look in through the net, little pathetic look in his eyes, as if to say, I'm cold, let me come in. I never let him in, though. I don't like that sort of thing, you know.
So, Mainring, everything all right?
Yes, yes, my chaps are settling in, thank you.
Good, good. Where are you sleeping?
Here.
What? You're not sleeping with the men, are you?
Yes.
Oh, my dear fellow. Can't have that. Bad for discipline.
Oh. Oh, you really think so?
Oh, desperately, old boy. It's not on. It's just not on. I mean, we officers have got to stick together.
Oh, well, I usually muck in with my chaps.
Oh, my dear fellow, it's a mistake, a mistake, a mistake. Oh, no. Where would it all end? You take a tip from me. You rig up separate quarters for yourself and your sergeant, eh? That's a good fellow. Now, look here. I'll see you later. I'm just going to get some connor, right?
Right.
Bye, Joe.
Robert, come and get it.
Come on, boys. Come on, let's get the tea. I'm promised.
What is it, sir? What?
Wait till they've all gone.
Well, I thought of going to get some food myself, sir.
Yes, well, that'll wait till later. This is important.
What is?
I think you and I had better sleep together.
Together?
Away from the others.
Oh, I'm sorry, I don't quite follow you.
Okay. I haven't given this a great deal of thought, and I've come to the conclusion it's very bad for discipline to sleep with the ORs.
ORs?
The other ranks.
Yes, but you said just now that we were all going to eat together, we're all going to sleep together, and we're all going to fight together.
Yes, well, from now on, we just eat together and fight together.
Oh.
Give me a hand to put this blanket up.
Right, of course, sir, yes.
It's a happy day. Toodle-oo-doo-doo-doo-doo-lay. For you and me, for us and we, all the clouds have rolled away.
That was a wizard tea.
Hey, you're right, son. It wasn't half bad. You know, they're doing their very best to make us feel comfortable.
That seed cake was nice, wasn't it?
Unfortunately, I can't eat caraway seeds. They give me indigestion.
And why do you bring that bit back with you, then?
I thought I might eat it later after I've picked the seeds out.
Silly old fool. Hello. What's this? Officers and sergeants only. God.
Wonder why Mr. Mannering's done that.
It's obvious. He's getting ideas above his station. He really thinks he is an officer.
And so he is. And he deserves a little privacy, doesn't he?
Snobbish, rubbish. We're a civilian army and he's only holding a wartime commission.
Oh, Georgie, come on in.
Hey, boys, look. Come on, look at this. Ha.
Officers and sergeants only? Yeah, that's a bit strong, isn't it?
Mr. Mannering's not like that as a rule. He usually mucks in with all of us.
Well, chaps, we have a nice tea. I think we're going to be very comfortable here. Well, I'm going to play some gramophone records. Anybody got any requests?
What about Don't Fence Me In?
I haven't got that one, Fraser.
Yeah, Sergeant, why's Mr. Mannering gone all toffee-nosed?
Well, I think he got the impression that it was bad for discipline for us, to sleep with the oars. Other ranks.
Other ranks, yeah.
Connie Wilson?
Yes?
Come in here, will you? I want you to wind the gramophone.
Right, sir, right.
Get away, boy.
Right, sir.
What's the matter with Fraser?
Nothing, as far as I know, sir.
I think his manner's very offhand and downright rude. What's more, I think he's upsetting the others.
Really? What makes you say that?
When I came back from tea, I detected a distinct change in the atmosphere. The men were surly and sullen. I'm very sensitive about these things, you know, Wilson.
Yes, well, perhaps you've upset them, sir.
Oh, don't be absurd. I've hardly spoken to them since we got here. No. It's Fraser. Don't think he's a communist, do you?
What makes you say that, sir?
Well, there's the look of a communist about him to me. I've noticed that when we're on night duty, he never plays Monopoly with the rest of the men.
Oh, really, sir? Really?
Very well to laugh.
Pay attention. You'll be glad to know you're all off duty until lights out at 2200 hours. Now, there's a free issue of 2 pints of beer each in the canteen. I'm not giving you any more because for some mysterious reason, Captain Reed wants you to have a steady hand when you start throwing those bombs about in the morning.
Well, Sergeant Major, you can tell Captain Reed not to worry. We shall be there bright and early, ready and steady.
Yes, that should cheer him up no end.
What does our Major want, Corporal?
He says there's 2 free pints of beer for everyone in the canteen this evening.
Oh, splendid. Right. Well, we have a convivial evening before we turn in.
Ah, evening, there you are. Now, how about going down to the mess for a drink, what?
What mess?
Well, the officers' mess, of course. I thought we might have chewed a peg or two.
Oh. As a matter of fact, we were just all off to the naffy.
Oh, my hat. Come here. There's no harm in having the odd drink with the men now and then, but you don't want to overdo it.
Oh, no, we're only going to have a couple of pints together.
No. All the other officers will be in the mess. If you don't turn up, they'll think you're a bit odd.
Is that really? I wouldn't want them to think that.
Of course you wouldn't.
Hang on a minute. I'll get my cap.
Good fellow.
Right. I say, Wilson.
Yeah?
Awful bore, but, I've got to go and have a drink in the officers' mess.
Oh, what a shame.
Yeah.
You won't be coming with us, then?
No, I'm afraid I won't. You see, if I don't go, they'll think I'm a bit odd, you see? And, you do understand, don't you?
Yes, of course I do, yes. You don't want to look odd, do you?
No, of course I don't. I'd ask you to come with us, but, officers only, you know? Well, see the chaps have a good time, won't you?
Yes.
Yeah. See my cap anywhere? Oh, thank you very much.
Ah.
Stupid boy. Well, have a good time, chaps, and don't do anything I wouldn't do, will you?
Come along, Mainwaring. Come along.
And there it was, hanging out of the window as large as life.
Hello, fellows. Hello. Now, let me introduce you all. Mainwaring, Warrington R.C. Platoon, Pritchard HQ, and Ashley Jones, Dimwich Platoon. Take your belt off, old boy, take your belt off. Now, where are we? What are we going to have? Same again, what? 3 large whiskies, if you please.
Sir.
What are you having, Mainwaring?
Could I have a sweet sherry, please?
Sweet sherry.
I'm sorry, sir, we only got whiskey.
Yes, I'm damn glad to have it, too. Make it 4 large whiskies.
Right, sir. I didn't think I could manage a large whiskey.
Well, don't tell me you don't drink.
Oh, I have a pint of beer after parade, you know, and the odd sherry now and again.
Well, a spot of whiskey won't do any harm. Now, sit down. It's so damned hard to get these days. You want to drink it when you can, Mainwaring. Oh, dash, there I go again, calling you Mainwaring. You call it Mannering, don't you?
Yeah.
I knew a chap once, out in India, called himself Chumley, spelt his name Cholmondeley. Absolute idiot. We used to call him Chili Mushrooms.
Chili mushrooms! How frightfully amusing, how terribly clever. Chili mushrooms, it's quite... Thank you. Well, cheers, everybody. So sorry, after all. Cheers.
Cheers.
This is the end.
Hey?
I said this is the end.
No, it isn't. I got another full bottle here.
As soon as I get back, I'm resigning.
You can't do that, Taffy. Your country needs you.
I'll be there when I'm needed, but I'm not serving under Mannering anymore.
Uncle Arthur,
What is it, Frank?
would you like to finish my beer?
Well, no, thank you. No, I'm not really in a drinking mood for some reason.
I don't think Captain Mannering is to blame. I think Captain Square led him astray. And as an old member of the platoon, Mr. Fraser, I think you ought to give him another chance.
Yeah, you silly old fool.
There's no call for you to talk to Private Godfrey like that, Jock.
Well, there's a silly old fool calling me old.
Well, you are old.
I'm not as old as you silly old fool.
I'm not as old as you are, you silly old fool. I'm not 60 yet.
Blimey, you told me you tried to relieve General Gordon in Khartoum when he was bottled up by the Mad Mahdi. You must be over 90.
I was a boy soldier.
What did they do? Pin a medal on your napkin?
Old Bungie rode his polo pony right through the mess. And the punker-waller, who was asleep at the time, went on pulling the punker with his foot. Oh, Joe, what a night that was. Here you are, boy. Have some.
No more for me.
Oh,
please.
not so, boy. You must keep up, There you are.
Whatever happened to old Bungie?
I don't know. I never saw him off there. Oh, good chap, good chap. You know what his trouble was, don't you? Couldn't leave the little brown girls alone. Yeah. I remember one night in the mess at Jubble Pawn when we made him a cardinal.
How did he take that?
Well, he went through it like a lamb.
Good heavens, that takes me back. I haven't seen anyone made a cardinal for donkey's years.
How do you make somebody a cardinal?
Oh, well, it was a sort of ceremony we used to go through in the mess in the old days.
What do we have to do?
Why, do you want to be made one?
I might.
Well, it's all right for us old soldiers, but I think you might find it a bit much.
I don't see why I should. I like to be made a cardinal.
What? Well, shall we make him one, boys? All right, then. Here we go. I'll try and put you in the picture so you see how it goes. It goes rather like it. Now, here's to the health of Cardinal Puff for the first time. And you tap the table once with the first finger of your right hand, with the first finger of your left hand. You stamp your right foot once, you stamp your left foot once, you bang the glass on the table once, and you take one drink. Now, here's to the health of Cardinal Puff Puff for the second time. And you tap the table with the first two fingers of your right hand twice, and the first two fingers of your left hand twice. You stamp your right foot twice, you stamp your left foot twice, you bang the glass on the table twice, and you take two drinks. You see? Yes, the health of Cardinal Puff 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 for the third and last time. And you tap the table with the first, second, third fingers of your right hand thrice. And with the first, second, and third finger of your left hand thrice. And you stamp your right foot thrice. And your left foot thrice. 1, 2, 3. And you bang the glass on the table thrice. 1, 2, 3. And you take 3 drinks. Just now, have you got that?
Not quite.
I'll go through it again for you. Now, yeah, listen. Here's the health of...
This commercial traveller, he says to the landlady, I'm sorry, madam, but I am on... No, wait a minute. He says, no, I'm sorry, I do not work between Mondays and Fridays. Well, I thought it was funny.
Hey, I know some jokes. Listen, I've got tuppence in that hand, Uncle Arthur. I've got tuppence in that hand. How much have I got?
4pence.
No, wrong. 6pence. I've got tuppence in my pocket. Three tomatoes going across the desert. Which one's the cowboy?
No idea.
None of them. They're all redskins. Here's another. Now, come on, listen. Now, why did the submarine blush?
Yeah.
No, why did the submarine blush?
No, don't nudge me.
Well, do you give up?
Yes.
Because he saw Queen Mary's bottom.
I don't think Queen Mary would like that.
Sorry, Uncle Arthur.
And you bang the glass on the table 3 times, and you take 3 drinks. Now do you see it?
Yes, I think I've got it.
Good, splendid. Now let's have a go. Come along, chaps. Here we go. Now don't forget, if you go wrong, you've got to drain the glass and go right back to the beginning.
Right.
Good luck.
Here's the health of Cardinal Puff for the first time.
Wrong! You didn't bang the table with the glass once. Now start again.
Oh, yeah, I'm so sorry. Yes, right. Here's
Drain the glass, old boy. Drain the glass. There we go.
Yes, listen to them, will you? It's a disgrace, a perfect disgrace.
Well, I don't know what's come over Captain Mannering. I mean, he's never been like this before.
Well, I can tell you, when I was at the Sudan, there was some terrible carryings on in the officers' mess. It was absolutely alarming. But I'll tell you one thing, If you drunk too much out in that heat, that would turn you into a gibbering idiot.
Blimey, you must have knocked a bit back then.
Here's the hell. Colonel Puffball. What was wrong there?
Puff, 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 puff.
What's wrong with that? Puff, 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 puff.
Wrong with what?
Puff, 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 puff.
Too many puffs, old boy. Too many puffs.
You're absolutely right. I should have said, here's the health of Colonel Puff, Puff, Puff. Not Colonel Puff, 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 Puff. No?
Start again. Start again.
Here's the health of the Archbishop of Canterbury.
What's that got to do with it?
It's all the same thing. It's all religious, isn't it?
It's the wrong denomination.
Wrong denomination?
I see. We want it CME.
Yeah. Back.
Start again.
Here's the hell of the Duchess of York, who was a friend of Colonel Puff, 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 Puff. Here's the... Oh.
Drain the glass.
Oh, drain the bloody glass. Damn revolving doors.
I got him. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Manning. I thought you was a thuggy.
No, you're quite mistaken, Colonel. I'm Colonel Puff, Puff, Puff.
Bless you, sir.
Thank you very much.
On me board, is that the Chattanooga choo-choo? Right on track 29.
Right, that's the Eastgate platoon, Littlebourne on C platoon, and Dimwich platoon. And they've all thrown one grenade each. What was that? What was that? I had two going off at once.
It's the Wallington C platoon, sir. I think Sergeant Williams is trying to finish them quickly.
If he's not careful, they'll finish him quickly.
Yeah.
They're the maddest of the lot, especially that lunatic Lance Corporal.
Oh.
What's that? Oh, you all right, Captain Mannering? You look ill.
What time is it?
11:30.
Where are my... Oh. Where are my men?
They're all down on the bombing range. I'm giving them a lecture on sticky bombs in 10 minutes' time.
Oh, good, good. I'll come with you.
Are you sure you feel up to it?
Of course. I wouldn't miss the bombing for anything. Carry on.
That covers the 9 main points of these sticky bombs. Now, before we put it to any practical use,
Are there any questions? Right, carry on, Sergeant Major.
Sir! Right now! That is a Nazi tank there. Right now, line up. You're first, Sergeant.
Oh, yes. Would you mind?
Yeah. Now, you walk smartly up to the tank. Don't run. Pull the pin out, the cover falls off, and you press the bomb firmly to the side of the tank, to which it will adhere itself. Once the glass breaks inside the bomb, you've got exactly 15 seconds to get clear.
Oh, yes?
Don't pull the pin out. Don't pull it out.
All right, I wasn't going to.
Right now, I want you all to go to the tank with him so you'll get the hang of it. And whatever you do, don't run. You understand? Don't run. Because A, you don't want to attract the attention of the enemy, and B, you don't want to trip and fall flat in your faces and blow yourselves up. Right now, off you go. Turn. Don't run. Don't run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Right down. Right, Corporal. You're next. Now, don't run, whatever you do. Don't run, you understand?
Yes, Sergeant. I shall assume a nonchalant manner, sir.
Turn. Right, take it steady and don't fire till I say.
Right.
Fire!
Not bad at all.
Next!
You've nearly finished, Jones. Jones! Jones! We've nearly finished now.
Oh.
You can move the van off and I give the signal.
Right, sir, right, sir.
I'll bang on the back.
You bang on the back, sir.
You ready, lad?
Yes, sir.
Fire!
I think it's broken.
Shake the cat on, you silly lad. Here, let me do it.
It still won't go, sir. Oh!
There's no need to bang as loud as that, Mr.
Hang on. All right, Wilson. I'll handle this.
Meantime, think of me, do. Read my Bible and dreaming of you.
Go!
La, 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 la. And in the meantime, think of me, do. Reading my Bible and thinking of you.
Jones! Jones!
Mr. Manring, how did you get there?
Quick, stop the van.
What?
Stop the van. There's a live grenade in the back.
What's up? What's up? Live grenade! A live grenade! Don't panic!
Stop it first, you idiot!
Jones, take cover. That lot could blow up at any second. Come on, down here.
There are 200 grenades in that van. If that lot goes up, it'll wreck the power station and put the whole defense of the county out of action.
You sure?
Of course I'm sure. Oh, come back, you fool!
Come back, Mr. Mannering. Think of Mrs. Mannering and the men.
Well, do be careful, sir. I'd rather not lose you.
Oh, well done,
Captain
Mannering.
Very good. Well done.